I don't think Vitality will have anything to really fall back on, apart from some individualistic moves.
Josh, F for Furia or V for Vitality?
I'm going to say probably V for Vitality, but I mean, Furia, it would be a legit run, right? Vitality, Falcons, Mongols, that would be a crazy run for these guys, so let's see what happens.
Your gut feeling, Janko?
I'm going to go with Furia. I think everything's coming together for them at the perfect moment. They seem more confident than ever, and I don't like this map pool at all.
All right, you don't like the map pool. I love the map pool. I love the fact that we get to see something new. We get to see something that Apex has never, ever in his entire career played an official map on Ancient. Now he has to do it in the grand final, in the first opening map at IEM Chengdu 2025. Let's get this one going.
Son lig.
Let's get this one going indeed. Vitality, Furia. Ancient, the first map. We're live from Chengdu, China. We will be crowning an Intel Extreme Masters champion here in Chengdu, and a new opponent approaches for Vitality in this grand final. We've seen an awful lot of Vitality in these finals, but Furia, this one gets exciting. They weren't ready for Ancient. No one was ready for Ancient as the first map of this best-of-5 final.
They say proper prior planning and preparation prevents piss-poor performances, Alex, but lots of P's there. That prep, that's not the P I'm looking for, it's the players.
Okay.
The desk highlighting that going into the uncharted waters of Ancient, it's going to come down to the individuals. On one side, you've got Furia, players who are much more familiar. Vitality, maybe Janko citing ego, getting the better of them in the veto. I'm just getting the players sorted and any of the woes out of the way before we get things underway.
Well, I've found Vitality, and perhaps there is ego involved, but proving to all of my opponents ahead of the major that I can play Ancient, I mean, that is obviously a huge if.
Look, this rabbit hole is deep. I don't think it's one that they are going to move away from their perma. It's that in this head-to-head, for both of them, they both remove that map. So mind games in the veto, and maybe they think there's weaknesses or strengths elsewhere that they want to remove from play. But a history lesson for everybody. Apex versus Fallen first happened 11 years ago, back in 2014.
Some of our viewers were unable to speak.
Yeah, and maybe some of the players on the stage as well. I don't know how their education went, but today they meet for the first time in a grand final. Something Vitality are very familiar with, Chengdu marking their 10th of the year. Now, Apex, when you take a look at the in-game leaders he has gone toe-to-toe with across 2025, they've all been new gen. Right now, he's going to take on one of the old masters in Fallen, and the mental warfare has begun in the veto. Now, it's already started before the first bullet is fired. We'll have to see what ramifications that has down the stretch. It looks like those woes are out of the way, and we are ready to get this one with the pistols. Furia, T-side, Vitality, the defense, and we'll all learn together. Nameplate Counter-Strike. That won't be coming in. Here we go, starting off with a B execute. Apex, Flames, and Zywuk on that side of the map.
Interesting, a red smoke thrown out by K Serato.
Missed it, there'll be plenty of that.
Not great, still headshots hit. Mezzi shut down, quick rotation, they've got another smoke, they have to disrespect this. Zywuk's gonna push through, there's no flash, and he's got no head. Yakinda makes him dead. Robs a reaction, perhaps flanking into the red room as well. They're gonna walk through, Yakinda's got the bomb on his back. Robs caught out upon the fade. Yakinda extends their advantage. Apex catching strays through the smoke. There's even
Vitality diye.
got the flank. They've manufactured so much uncertainty and chaos. It results in a 1v4. And there we go, 3v0. Furia off to the races.
Well, that's a nice little taste tester of what to expect within this map, isn't it? It is going to be chaos. And you got to make sure that those frustrations are limited. You both floated the map, so with this coming in, you can't be too surprised if the result goes against you.
A variety of weird fights in that pistol.
Look, I think there'll be a lot of missed utility. Don't be
Hacı
expecting
çek aşağı
to
raftan.
land every time. This is not something. These aren't ancient teams.
هیون رفتن تو مید رفتن تو دونات
this map regularly.
تو دونات که رفتن تو رد رون دیگه.
Bit of a statement in mid.
It's a miss red smoke.
There we go. Maybe we should just acknowledge them, but also we ain't setting expectations high in a grand final for the first map, of course.
Well, this is a force fire that just is being mopped up and dealt with at range with the AKs. Great start. 2v5 with a little bit of flak damage done.
خب کورانشون هم گرفتن دیگه.
It's another fun thing about this. We are going to get pace. The second time these two teams have gone toe-to-toe. It's not the first time there's been hijinks in the video with Ancient.
Yürü
The quarterfinal was floated through to the second phase. Vitality eventually removing it. Vitality winning that series. Did lose Overpass. It's able to get the better on Inferno and Nuke. And went on to win the trophy in Stockholm about a month ago. Just to find the finish now.
I mean, hearing Yanko predict Furia to take it, you know, he's not normally one to back an underdog.
I think he's probably as baffled as I am to see Ancient here in it.
یکیشو بتونن بگیرن خیلی خوب میشه.
Maybe Vitality are less confident in the play that they've been exerting than we are in them, right?
Yeah.
So they're feeling some weakness, and a gimmick either way is a way to try and supplement that. But they're still the team to watch, and they're the team to beat.
Absolutely.
Fallen referring to them as the big boss.
I think Furia did a lot of convincing yesterday in that semi-final, taking down Falcons 2-0.
Well, that's the thing. They've only lost one series, and that's what these two teams have in common within the final. They only lost to Mouse. Now, it's been cleaner for Furia throughout, right? Managed every other series in a 2-0 fashion, as Molotov will make sure nothing carried through, and the 2-0 start should mean the eco.
کوران اینجا مشخص میشه که
Just with the pistols and the conversions, a quick little note here, and it doesn't really matter much that they don't play because it's hard to dig into any stats, but stats-wise, pistols have not been a key indicator or a win condition, right? They're both below average.
الان بای نکردن.
43% for Vitality and 40% for Furia.
Interesting.
چه پول ندارن بای کنن.
You know I love a stack nade or two. Well, we got some HGs thrown out with just a little.
کنم یوتیوب موتیل خریدن سرمونه. چی دست سوم دادن که.
Then we have one. Molotov is going to be caught out and concedes a Mac 10. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, should be more than enough information to find the finish now, though. Just contact in, and these are the kills that everybody loves, right? Unarmored opponents. Sure, there's a Mac 10 in the mix now. You're worried about a Deagle, but that's if you're lazy. And it's great if your Kinder gets off to a good start. It's been a bit of an infirmary tournament at the moment for Furia. Sickness for your Kinder, Yuri with an eye infection, Fallen tweeting about having kidney problems, and yeah, they still find themselves in the grand final. As the Michael Jordan flu game, well, maybe this is the Furia infirmary tournament. We'll find out as this best of 5, it's got legs.
Well, it is one of the defining characteristics of greatness, isn't it? Overcoming adversity.
How about overcoming a lull? That's they're discussing the last time.
اون اصلا دارم بعد میدادن دیگه.
3,000 days ago, back at IEM Sydney 2017. And last time
نمیدونم چرا ایکو بودن. چون یوتیوب موتیل خریده بودن سرمون بوده دیگه. 100% چون یوتیوب موتیل خریدن.
But these tournaments have a whole lot more top 10 teams in attendance.
But as someone that lives and breathes Counter-Strike, Chad, Furia in a grand final this season, it kind of felt inevitable. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think with the way they've been ramping up, the roster coming together, they made the quarterfinals back in Austin, and then from there they've had hit and misses, but it started to be a lot more hit in recent times.
دست زایوی یه دبل بدید دیگه. اوف. پشمام گرفتن. نایس. دستشون اینا اصلا نیومده بود. دستشون اصلا نیومد میگم پوست میکندن. چه پوش رمپ خوشگلی.
If he can be a thorn in the side and find one, it could easily become two. Rops has pushed forward in towards A main. That smoke's a little bit too deep, so an angle can be found.
آخ وای. Nice. Pixel HP 4.
This is the first time he has an official recorded on it.
ما دارن.
He drops some bombs on it. Maybe, just maybe, going into 2026.
آره سیف کنه.
Into the map pool.
میخوام برم برای هانتش. زایو از این بر میخواد بیاده.
Unlikely is Tomb.
یا هانتش میکنه.
Settling into the first Vitality round unless a miraculous 1v4. But a triple kill
چه تایمینگی
in
پشما.
my opinion was the key condition for that.
تنها جایی که مونده دونات چیز دیگه، دونات دیگه، دونات باید بیان. اگه اینو چک کنه بیاد رو دیگه دونات. ای دبل هم بازی افتاده و خب ببینم زایوو چی جوری ای دبل میزنه. یاشا چطوری؟ اینجا الان صبح نه؟ صبح بخیر. فکر کنم الان نزدیک 10 صبح بشه نه؟ 10 9:30.
For FURIA, this is what, a 7-month window since the addition of Yakinda and Molodoi back in April. So they decided a full Brazilian roster was not it, and Keisarado wouldn't go international, so they brought international to him. The Fangs of FURIA get Fallen as the brains, Molodoi and Yakinda as the hands.
Yeah, and Yakinda a voice as well. You know, he is
چه پوش خوبی داد. چه پوش خوبی داد. چه کاور خوبی. اصلا ترید اصلا کیف میکنه.
Not all teams operate that way, but FURIA certainly do, and Yakinda does feel at home in that FURIA jersey. There's a misread smoke. Not going to cost them. We've got
actually going to be a B play.
Heavy on B, so it is Apex and Mezzi. Apex the cave player, an early nade and a bit of spam.
8 صبح پشم. صبحت بخیر پس.
Black damage that Yuta raining in now. Caves actually be smoked off. Mezzi will be isolated.
Yeah, Zai was rotating through. Mezzi has to respect the flame. He does have vision though. Keisarado, sorry, Yakinda is already across. Not anymore, he's not.
Yeah, nice, nice. Ooh. پشمام. پشمام چه کلاچی. Nice.
And a smile on his face. He has
Bernard.
had a rough tournament, to be generous.
صحبت
A
بخیر.
couple of Tech 9 rounds that have bowed them out of situations, but for his pedigree as a
چیکار
player,
کردیم
he's been
پسر
called.
بنازم.
So to see him delivering a multi-kill to deny the finances of FURIA as well as another round, that's huge. And we can take a look, right? You had Jacob there. He said he's flicking through, checking who's played what. Well, Rob's obviously in FaZe, played Ancient. Mezzi in Fnatic. Flamesy in OG. Zywoo's I won't even count. His were just nothing games. They were in a mixed team with
گفتم اینو بعد دستشون گم بیاد. دورانی هم که دادن دستشون پیستول بود. خب که پیستول راند و یه ایکو گرفتید بقیهش. دو تا ایکو گرفتید بقیهش. جرقی کرده. استرس داره چهرش میبره. نه داداش این آیا شو ما خودمون باید بریم شاگرد این تیما رو بکنیم. یک عموی کچل دارن نگاه کن پشمات میرزه. اینجوری پشت سیستمه.
So this is the complexion that you could potentially expect.
Well, especially, you know, Mezzi just, it screams that he's going to be playing that long anchor on B.
Now, FURIA with this roster do have one Ancient on record. They kind of flirt with it against other teams who are also not good or have it as a ban, as we're seeing right now. And we'll get to their CT side once we swap halves. But this is just such a fun start to a best-of-5 grand final, something that a lot of the Counter-Strike world didn't think was possible.
FURIA الان دیگه تو ناموس ایکو دیگه ببین. کارو فکر نکنم 3-3 میشه الان دیگه. چی بشه دیگه این کارو بگیرن واقعا. خوشت اومد ها.
You know, he caught the perfect timing there. He gets 2 body shots from the dig and unable to find that final bullet. Before Flamesy beats him to the punch. Eco bash here. For Vitality, they want to maintain those extra AKs on that CT side. Apex gets himself a couple of eeks.
کونه وارونه بده.
For Vitality's CT side.
It's so funny though, isn't it? Right? Like you get to the grand final.
گل سر زده بود به کلش. گل سر دیدم. گل سر.
Actually for the best grand final Counter-Strike. So
این گیرا زده بود به کلش.
Back in with the guns. FURIA have tried a couple of plays over towards B. Right now they only have to boast the pistols with the conversions.
یه اسمک بیشتر ندارم. اسمک رو باید بلد بشیم این اسمک خیلی بکاره. اشون اونجا بوستش هم میگیرم. اوه اوه اوه. اوف.
He returns fire and just puts Yuri down.
وای وای وای.
Settle up and play the man advantage now. Flamesy hanging around. Oh.
Flamesy once more, a double dip.
All right, well now, whatever you had in store is over. 3v5, a minute 15 on the clock, and Robs has had control this whole time.
Hello. Zywo gets info on Molodoi, spots him ramp side.
حالا موقعیت بهتری دارن.
They're going to block cave, so that informs the T's a little as to the space they may have. You can see Molodoi, he's not going to go willy-nilly, but he is assuming that smoke indicates cave is theirs. Serato in the meantime, it'll stand off with Flames. Jump spot, relay of information.
It's not a gap, but the path of least resistance would be through Donut. But Robs is activating on this push.
اسموک ریسپانه دیگه اون اسموکر میدن که میت کنترل کنه.
It looks like he's going to be timing it pretty damn well. Backs are turned in middle as it stands. Serato working on his clears Donut. Oh, just in time. He starts to look elbow, but
تایمینگای به گاه میره.
Well, this one's going to continue to peter out, but now they might not even be able to save. Molodoi parks safely behind their cave smoke. Fallen still announcing his presence. And it might be another flawless round. Yeah, look at this. Robs is also tucked in towards CT spawn, so they are trying to remove the save potential. Molodoi gone and Fallen will follow. He's completely boxed in, and yeah, that's it. Put a bow on it. Beautiful work. That's now 4 consecutive rounds and 1 kill. So the money is booming. Vitality take the lead on their first ancient official ever.
عقل شد براشون.
One of the nice byproducts of none of you dying is now you do have that royal flush as well, left side of your screen.
I think at this point, and this is where faster plays really get to test a team who's never played a map's protocols of anti-rushes or anti-pops. So,
خودی تمرین کردن.
You also won't have proficiency on just how well placed and timed your T-side utility will be, but that's what it's going to come down to, catching your opponent off guard as we get the openers. Apex and Flamesy just being cheeky with it. Jumps up on the timing of the AG and bang. Cop that, you kinder. Apex 9-3. Probably the best start he's had on a map in the tournament.
Yeah, on a map that he's literally not got an official on.
Okay, well, some light upgrades. 3 Tech 9, some U2. Cave smoke comes in.
Looks like we might see that lane action early. Evade the initial nade damage, extinguish throne. A 3B start completely selling mid at our Vitality.
Oh, they missed the molly.
Apex on cave. He's actually going to throw a block smoke. It's well timed. Allows him to focus his attention forward. Mezzi's under scrutiny. He's handled it well. 2 down, quick 1 back. Your Kinder's making a case.
کیفو بگیری وقتی رمپو داره اسکول. بومو کاشتن جی با ایکو بومو کاشتن. خوبه ایران تو ندن. 2-2. زد و جی پشما. وای با چرا بد شده چرا. ما اصلا همچین مسابقاتی اصلا ایران تا حالا راه پیدا نکرده. پشمام. هیدو شدی در رو بالا باکس زد. خواهی کردم. پیکو؟ وای چقدر تمیز بودیم. خیلی خوب. چه تایمینگی آدم پشماش میرزه. از مسابقات رو میبینم خودم حشری میشم برم مثلا. نایس دایی. دست این بچه دبل بدید دیگه. به نظرم چطور دراپس ای دبل بزنه عجیبه. آته لو نمیدونم. پشمام تک به تک. یه مولی تمیز. میدونه که لوه. وای پشمام.
got himself an MVP this year back
هم
in Fisher
فانتش کنه ولی هانت
Looking for
شد.
one more. He's in the contention. Him, Serato, and Zaiwu, the front runners.
Feels like, you know, it's quite commonplace to have an AWPer show up and impress out of the gates. Yeah, that's how the round started. But to have this consistency, he is such a revelation. FURIA found themselves an absolute winner here.
Still this clash in middle.
Yeah, this time playing.
بابا بعد پیک داد راپس پیک آخرش تخمی بود بابا.
Messi's got his name.
دهن سرویس. چه تایمینگی اسم کارو میان بیرون اونا خایه میکنه.
Chad, I'm a little nervous. The B site is open and Yuri is saying that. The bomb is walking towards Robs.
دویمین هست. اوف. نایس.
Nope, gets away. They really surely should take the bomb back.
دوباره یکی دیگه 2 تا دیگه ایمینه. وای این پیکاش خیلی کسچره. وای یکی زدی پی عقب خیلی پیک ریسکیه ایمین دیگه. یکی زدی پیکش نمیدونم حالا پیکش عقب دیگه.
That last round still living in my head rent free. 4 mid, double orb, craziness. Zaiwu misses the flick. They'll lose everything.
Yeah, the cash.
الان من برام جای سواله هم راپس ای دول میزنه هم زایوو.
He really is just completely converting the Chengdu crowd here.
Yeah.
They are, you know, they have high game IQ here in China, and they whatever he is laying down.
جفتشون دارن آف میزنن. ولی حاجی اینا کامبک میزنن. این دریوسا من میدونم دیگه. من میگم ایتالتی برنده است حاجی. اصلا راه نداره.
Tactical timeout called. Money is there. They're able to drop across the rifle to make this one work. So all 5 going to have the M4s. But there's no expectation. I'm not doing color in the traditional sense of these are the tendencies, these are what they're prepped for. We're just locking horns.
He's so chill. 11th round of Ancient. Just in case you...
Yeah, it's early in Europe. You're not dreaming.
You are not dreaming.
You might still be hungover, but this is real life.
Yeah, this is a grand final starting on a map that neither team play. Yes, you are correct.
البته هنوز هیچ موجود مهندسی ندیدیم تو بازی ولی باش.
Both teams went with second timing on the mid control, and FURIA continuing the success.
Is there any way that Apex can claw this back? He's testing the limits.
We'll stack heavy towards A right now. Mezzi trying to deal with red. Apex joining that of Zaiwu. And at the moment, it looks like the finish will be over towards B. Still enough utility to make this one calm and clean for FURIA. All will be posted up. They can smokes and mollies in, but they're just waiting to see if there's anything given. So they've applied a bit of pressure. Fulham will continue with the spams.
من پروله بچه ها زیاد سختی نگیرید با من پروله هیچیش معلوم نیست. این اپکس تازه به خدا مپ سوم تازه دستش گرم میشه. مثل موتور دیزل، مثل موتور روغنی دیدی؟ موتور دیزل قشنگ. خوبه ساید گرفتن کلن ازشون پشمو. اسک ای بودن دیگه، اسک ای بودن سایدم گرفتن. ایدم میرم سیب دیگه.
Moment of calm falls over the best of 5. Now, this is going to be a long venture forward. Inferno up next, Overpass as the third, Dust 2, and then Mirage. That's if we need the final 2.
چیزایی کمترین عمل کرده داشته تو گیم. البته کمترین که نمیشه گفت ولی خب 3 تا کیل داره فعلا تو 10 تا راند. کاش یه صدا منو میشنیدی اپکس. بچه سیوشون هم گرفتن. سیوشون هم گرفتن.
That would have been yeah, that would have been a full buy, right? So now it is going to be MP9's Famouses. Look if they can scrap one more before the halftime break. I think the other big thing about this is it's not just, okay, well, FURIA in a grand final against Vitality at an IEM. It's with the major right around the corner. They're going from dark horse to true contender.
Might see that B ramp progress. See Messi posturing for it early. And there's a HG considering that very possibility.
اصلا قد دوستم ویتالتی ببره ولی خب
Fury, he's ready to fight. He says, you want to fight, you're gonna have to take down me. 1, 2, lovely work.
Eighth round on a plate right now. Just need to ring that dinner bell. Quesarado through red, spots out Zaiwu.
Might get caught by the fan mass of Robs. Yeah.
پشمام حاجی یه جا دیگر خرد داشت چه لاینی باز کرد پشمام خواهی اصلا پشمام ریخ واقعا سیف کن دیگه من ترش بدم مثل این که
Give it everything it's worth. Yukinda, I think an audible there. Yeah, flash as well. Flame T. Position noted. Yukinda calls for the aid of Molodoi. Zaiwu has managed to remove him though. Trying to set him up. Hang on, they're taking in 2 or 2 on 4. Your right time is of the essence. They're so low. Yuri's found himself a third as well. Just playing wicked games here. They know it's unlikely he's got the kit after their hunt in the previous. Accepting defeat here. Zaiwu, you ain't got the time. And you will not see 5 on this half. Furia 8, Vitality 4. Ancient, I reiterate, Ancient continues after the break.
اپیکس ازش تخمی ها فشار قشنگ تو چشاش میشه دید پوش تمیز دادم ولی اینجا فکر کنم آجی تو تی اسپان بتونن یه حرکت خاصی بزنن مگه که من راند پیستولو بگیرن یه حرکت خاصی بدم چنده؟
and the Counter-Strike world eating good tonight. We are concluding the Intel Extreme Masters Chengdu Championship Sunday. Vitality a mainstay on Championship Sunday, but a new challenger approaches. Team FURIA looking to end their season with a bit of silverware as they try and take on none other than Cyber with Friends. First map is Ancient.
واقعا پیستون نیاز داره آجی. پیستون رو باید بگیرن.
5 sets of Kev out mid.
And Yakinda and Fallen start off with a bit of a bait and switch setup. Yakinda's got that line donut, chooses to tuck. They're wrapping into what could be a red room clear. Oh, Yakinda's ready. Baited, hung, drawn, and hang on, drawn back by Mezzi. Another required, the flash was there. Mezzi on the pistols, doing it good. Quad kill out of the Brit.
He wouldn't, would he?
Molodoy's got this one in, and Mezzi takes the ace. 5 shots from Merriman.
Mark that one. First grand final ace today. We'll see if we get many more of those. There haven't been many scattered across the playoffs. One for Flamesy, one for Molodoy, now one for Mezzi.
I think he's just got to play with a pistol every round.
The Tech-9 specialist gets it done on the Glock.
I mean, especially when it starts like this. A very
5-rush red.
Short-lived 3v5. And of course, yeah, maybe it is a basic call, but it's going to work out.
Take the strategic nuance out of it. All the blunt objects. Force my back.
I mean, that one feels really important for Vitality's campaign.
They've split the pistols.
Force by back. You can't trip over your shoelaces here.
No, they're making sure that the intensity stays on. Flames piling through the smoke. We'll get this space. Has Yakinda to tussle with. Flashed in and turns in time.
Nice.
Well done from Flames.
Important kill.
Had a great tournament.
Yeah, he really has. And hasn't been affected by slow starts.
For me, Flames and Rops the next in line. If they have a massive performance here in the grand final, they could easily join the conversation alongside of the Zywas, the Molodos, the Case Runners, who are the front runners for the MVPs with their performances so far. Getting past this force pipe, be a great way to kick off the T-side campaign, and a great shot from Mezzi. Another one in the dirt. 2 more to find on B for now.
اون گرفتن دیگه.
So I was searching A and
چرا سایت نیست رو اینو گمبل کنی؟ هستم من نمیدونم چه سایتی.
The fight you'll have to be worried about is Donut. Fallen's blocked the mid side. He can focus on A, and if he got that kill, maybe there could have been more, but they'll be in. We'll stop talking about this.
رفت تو لودینگ. نه تو لودینگ. حتی راند گرفتن ها. بزنین. چرا رفت تو لودینگ فاک بهش.
Oh, these guys, they don't know any nades. This time round, you can have them all every round. We'll worry about it once we get Inferno and Overpass on the screen.
Because this is such a rarity.
Yeah, and this is a theory, but usually when you have teams who permaban like this, it doesn't play out like this. It's like, okay, somebody will relent, they'll take the knee, they'll go, okay, we're not going to... But this is the fun part of the veto on full
باید کامبک شه. ببین الان میشه 6-8 خب رانده بعدم میخوان 100 رانده بعدم میخوان.
So that decision has come in last night after they have understood FURIA is their opponent and both teams being the permaban.
رانده بعدم واقعا رانده بعدش نیاز دارم.
Your preparation, you need to get in the server.
چه استیج خفنی اشترام میکنم با استیجش.
So we'll be the eco now. Likely to become a one-round game. As highlights are 2 deagles, a 5-7, and a smoke.
این راندم میگیرن چون ایکوان حاجی انقدر یوتیل موتیل این چیزا میگیرن پیستول میگیرن به رانده بعد ایکوان حتی آره رانده بعد ایکوان نمیرسن دو دستی کن میکنن آیتم میخرم پول بهشون نمیمونه.
Apex started pretty strong, 9-3, but that'll be his 11th. But had a tough patch, didn't they? They had
رانده بعدش هم یارو فقط میتونیم گام بگیره نمیتونه یوتیل بگیره میدونی سعی نشد.
This one doesn't have to play out.
یوتیل خیلی کمی میتونه بگیره تاش اسموک.
No expectations as
ترجیح میدن دو دست بدون گام باشن تا یه دست مثلا با گان و بدون آیتم.
As Apex for the trade as well.
منم تو کیف تو.
Serato's Deagle gets nothing done, caught off with his back turned. Yakinda falls, and Fallen catching a couple of stray bullets through that smoke. And ducked on.
یک رفت تخماش. نایس. اینا نگرفتن. از این لاین دیگه مشخص میشه دیگه. اولیاش رو کد تنکه.
They kick things off against VP. They lost overpass day 1, map 1. There you go.
Summary.
Yep, that was the expectation. That was during the halftime break from Apex. Guys, don't go too crazy on strats. We do idiot things and see what happens. And we are seeing what happens. So first rifle round, they're going into an AX cube, but there's a biff, there's a brawl.
There's a brawl indeed. Serato wants a bit of that. Removes Iwu, and I think Fallen should be able to block as well. He's trying to be very resistant with this smoke. He knows that might be their objective, is to force this. So holding on to it, that shows some restraint, shows his experience. They're going to go for it. Fallen is isolated.
They'll break through his block smoke.
Yeah, they don't have a HE though. Fallen throws the smoke and vision.
Are they calling the cancel?
Taken.
They're going.
Here they come. Fallen swinging off the flashbang, looks good. So does that from Apex. Finds it in combination with Flamesy. Yuri gets one, gets two. And only Molodoy remains. This is not around. You'd expect North to have a chance in. Presents his back to Ross. Good covering fire from the Estonian to get us into a tied game.
I wonder, there's probably even questions of, is Apex even calling this map? It might be more by committee, right? So
حاجی ملودیا رو اصلا چیزیش نکردن دیگه اصلا. پوزیشنی نتونست بگیره، هیچ اصلا بهش گیم نرسید.
Second tactical timeout called from FURIA. Sid an opportunity to get on the mic. Looks like we had...
Is Case Rara getting a talking to?
No, it's Tournament Ops there as well, so maybe we have a tech.
Might go tech to tech, yeah.
But we are able to discuss ramifications of the finances. We are not in arena, so the players cannot hear our discussions. Loss bonus maxed out. Might be Hero M4 in the mix. Can be some upgrades of 5.7s, MP9s, bit of Yuto. Yeah, they need to get this sorted. Looks like definitely a problem. So might even see that tac timeout get played again. But we'll just sit and wait. Bit more about that rockier road for Vitality if you haven't been keeping tabs at Chengdu.
Yeah, it has been, you know, not a walk in the park, which typically we've grown to expect.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. This year, we haven't had a grand final where neither team who qualified in the group straight to the semis missed out, right? So you might have had one from the semis in the grand final and one from the quarters who battled through their side of the bracket.
The teams that topped the group, always one of them was in the final.
Exactly. This is the first time where it's both teams
who
had to battle through the quarterfinals, then the semis, then the grand final. So lots of firsts. But the rockier road for Vitality, it was their matchup against Mouse where they lost the
مربیاشون لید میدن
It's not the first time they have lost a game in a group stage just within this format. In Swiss it's different, right? You obviously have more chances and it's a different flow. Whereas the lower bracket in the format that we have at IEM Chengdu and other Masters level events is that of 2 best-of-3s on a day on the final day of the group. So that was an unfamiliar territory for Vitality to find themselves in.
Yeah, getting a lot of firsts for Vitality. First ancient, official.
And some more to kind of sprinkle on top with the issues. We heard a lot throughout those games of listen-ins with Apex, where he'd been talking about the communication, not listening to each other, not being connected, and it was stressed, right? We heard it quite a lot. They've played 16 maps so far. They've won 11 and lost 5. So they've had a few series where they've given up maps. They gave up a map to Astralis and one to VP. They gave up 2 maps that are Mouse.
But you highlighted it as well, and bears repeating that the fact that FURIA are in this grand final, simultaneously, you know, not a surprise when you've seen them rise to power over the course of this season, but also just overcoming what has been, you know, outside of the server issues. People have been sick. People have been waking up and only seeing out of one eye. And yet you're still in that grand final. If anything, I think that's testament to their tenacity.
So just to get everyone up to speed, the issue was with timeout and not being able to hear one another. So they are having the 30 seconds now to have the tactical timeout, and then we will be getting back underway.
Does look like that time is starting to tick down. So fistbumps are exchanged in round 17. Map 1 of this grand final. It started with a K-Serato swing, and it ended with a push through the smoke.
For the pistols, we've tied things up, and we've got FURIA on a half buy. They will be fully strapped into the next, but they already won lower buy round, so towards that B site within the first half. Let's see if they can pull off another one. A-man push again. Interesting, yeah. Robs is ready to receive this. He hears this coming and relays the information. Claims he's preoccupied, and oh, it's just a palm fest. Good management of the angles there from Robs. Make sure he's able to take the fight towards mid if called upon. Now we'll just be the hero M4 as Yuri takes down the orb, but just go finish A. Robs is going to attempt to cut off the rotation. Apex should be escorting that bomb over towards the underfortified site. You'll have Mezzi stay to make sure that there's no escape route through cave or the ramp. Oh, this is going to be on a timing. Yeah, I wonder if Robs is going to be touched in time. He is. Perfect. Very well done. Attempted pace change, but we will get into the guns. Molodoi will be equipped with his signature AWPs. I would the same. So 2 rounds, and sure, one was a gun, one was a partial, but A-man pushes from FURIA. And I guess if you do want to play for early info, that's not a bad way to do it. But the traditional full B lane and mid press, we'll see the 2 or 3 starting mid, vice versa, with the elbow smoke, the doors smoke. We've got double orb, so both teams pulling it out within this map. Fallen picks it up alongside a Molodoi. Yeah, the Gabriel glass cannon. And Flamesy set up to succeed in middle. So they've gone heavy cave with this defense. They have, but Yakinda's managed to catch one with the spam. Zywoo, that's a Molodoi doesn't get a chance to pull the trigger, and look at him just walking, waltzing into the side. Double cave set up. Zywoo catches another.
اما دست این بچه در بدید چرا رابسایی در داره میزنه آخه بنازم.
Delivers around for vitality. Double orb, but it was the wrong orb we were talking about. Zywoo's in the summer.
4 تا کی بزن ایس خودته سیو آپه دیگه این تخ نمیکنه دیگه بیاد دست این بچه ای دبل بدید آخه چرا نمیدید دست این بچه ای دبل بوستو چه قشنگ زد با اینکه خطشو داشت خیلی قشنگ باز کرد روش
Chengdu into Hong Kong into Budapest.
بیق سیو دیگه من اینکه هانتد هانتش کنم دولت فکر نکنم چک کنم ایسایی دو نه دولت چک نکردن دیگه بنازم زایی یه 4K سکسی کن با اینکه خطش تو داشت باید زدش
I do love the fact that we've got veterans of the modern era that have fallen in Apex, taking risks.
Evil laugh out of Apex watching Zywoo do him dirty. Out mid this time.
ایش یارم از تپسی این بچه میدونی زایبو یکی از بهترین میشه گفت قشنگ حالا من سیمپل فنم ولی خب زایبو یکی از بهترین قبل که سیمپل بازی کنه تو CS تو CS2 زایبو الان بهترین آپر CS2 میشه گفت ازش یاد کرد
Gearing up for an A split right now.
You have got this fallen tree.
Scope's heard.
Lock smoke trajectory. Oh, nice clear.
Nice.
Fallen exposed and removed. Serato the same. The nade breaks it open.
Tamam.
And Robs opens up the sight. Yuri quick on the rotate. Robs has got an opportunity here. Will Molodoi want to do anything?
خوشگل رفتن آجی، چه خوشگل رفتن ایو گرفتن. آجی کجا رفت بالا پیک داد، چه جوی خوشگلی رفت پیک داد. فقط کفشش معلوم بود. آبش میارن دیگه براش دیگه. سیو دیگه. ترای که نمیده، فکر نکنم ترای بدن. نه ترای نمیده. فقط این رو داشته باش.
We'll topple him. I don't think he's keeping it.
This
is going to be 7 consecutive rounds on the T side. Nothing to boast about for Furia. At least he gets away. Yeah, but they really need to start getting something going.
دادن به اینا چی داستان داره خود.
Hands deep into this one now. 7 consecutive rounds. Closest to come, 3 kill rounds. You need a lot more. Yeah, they will use their last tactical timeout, so it is desperate times. Inferno up next. Vitality's map choice means you could potentially find yourself 2-0 in the hole, and then you go into Overpass, which was the map that you beat them on in Stockholm. So this is where you wonder, did you get a new followers join the kingdom?
یاسوجو خیلی خوش اومدی. خیلی پیک سکسی بود، واقعا پیک سکسی بودی. دوستش داشتم. دوست. اصلا نباید شل کنن. یه راند اگه سوتی بدن این بازی کامبک میشه.
Jumping up is Serato. Fancies his chances on his extra elevation. He's done well there. Plays around the gap up their elbow. Smoke now replenishes properly.
Smoke gap دار بود.
Action on the ramp as well. You can see Yakinda considering it, but you've got the man advantage. You'll realize that and fall back. Stood up again. Apex has got a molly for the long side. That's going to make things awkward and hot and heavy for Yuri. Confirmation of his presence. Now you have the orb, the Molotov to force his reaction. This could be a nice pick back from Sidewoo. Yuri and Yakinda locking down the site for now. Apex on his way up the ramp. Spamming, hoping for a connection. Yakinda's lost his weapon in the smoke. It's a 4-on-2. Your exit kind of covered. As you can see, Fallen's going to be jumping up towards the heaven side. Right now, it's about Furia not overplaying their hand. If you're Vitality, you're going to sit and wait and see when someone oversteps the mark to get a pick back in. And Zawu will be able to search with the AWP.
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
خوش اومدی.
Flash doesn't connect. Molodoi should be set for success. Ooh, does hit the shot there. You get this bullet's finished the job, and there's Molodoi. Okay, they're on the board. A start. Yeah, they used their 3rd tactical timeout for that, and it has paid off. So there's going to be plenty of cash you're going to have to work through, and we are starting to get late in the map. Too many more rounds of regulation. So it is just a 2-round gap. Another full buy, and at least one more after that for Vitality. Caps on the B side, yeah, I think Yakinda was trying to pick up one of his fallen foes in case of that smoke, but doesn't end up costing him. As mid-control given. Might just go straight into a B execute here. It's going to be a test, yeah, see how they fare. Yakinda, a bit of chip damage and, oh, actually a lot of info. Spotted a lot of bodies. Apex brought low from the spam. Zaru's taking down the Bianca though. Yakinda on K.
تو رو خود این رفت تخمی رو ول کنید. چرا اثبات انقدر رو رمپه؟ بگینایی گرفتن ها. بگینایی گرفتن ها. رسیوشون ریده هایجی. نایس 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 نایس. بنازم حاجی این رو داشته باشه. بنازم شاتی. وای وای این حاجی لوه. وای 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 خاک بهش حاجی.
Only 6 kills for Fallen, but those two, the echoes of
خیلی
impact,
قشنگ سایده گرفتن.
makes it a one-round game. And the Godfather going to usher in a new era of Brazilians.
Look at this wallbang as well. That is a sly one.
It's cheeky from Queserado.
آره من یه حرکت ریز زدم آجی.
Had the hot hands.
Oh mate, especially considering Fallen did not have the certainty on the pillar position. 5 HP in it, but he does it.
یه حرکت
We're getting back into those scrambles.
سوسکی زدم. ویدیوش اگه ببین باحالش، من خودم اینجوری خیلی بهتر بازی میکنم. صدا مثلا M4 میزنی یه بیسی داره. اون حالت یه بیس خاصی داره، میدونی؟ اون بیس رو بهش اضافه کردم. چیزی بود که تو CS:GO بود ولی تو CS2 نیست این داستان. من این بیس اصلا یه حس خیلی خوبی بهم میده. دوستش داشتی ها. آره یه حس خیلی خوبی بهم میده. اصلا ببین صدای تیر، تو یه بار صدا اصلا ببند صدا رو بازی کن. اگه خیلی خفن شده که ویدیوش کنم ها، یه ویدیو اینستاش میکنیم. تو CS:GO بود این داستان ولی تو CS2 هست شد. خودم من بهش اضافه کردم. بچه تیز بازی هستی ها، خوش آمد.
Like that emperor of flame. A third asking too much. There's Fallen and you
ندید این دستا رو ساید گرفتید دیگه. Comeback is coming.
Important round out of Yakinda. He was looking quite detached from the site. He arrived.
صدای M4 گوش کن، ببین M4 میزنن دقت کن.
And Flamesy, he gave it his best shot into that one.
Yep, 7 straight to 3 back. So loss bonus plus a plant should be another buy. Timeout taken, second for Vitality. B executes, not hitting the mark. Now, they're getting in. It's just difficult in the post if you don't have that long control. And these are areas that are not familiar for Vitality. It's also tough for Apex to make calls on this map. This is literally his first official.
For such a seasoned vet.
So, you just wonder if you go with more of the same because yeah it was cumbersome.
مثلا من خودم اونو پیستول میزنم، اون صدای دوپس دوپس دوپسه، اون صدا بیسه، احساس میکنم بهتر میتونم این بگیرم. ولی شاید بگید چقدر چه ربطی داره، ولی مثلا تو یه بار صدا گیم رو ببندی شات بزنی قشنگ متوجه میشی. فدای تو بشم یاشار جان، ماچ بهت، مرسی که اومدی سر زدی. نتیجه بازی بهت میگم سکسی، دوست بهت، برو کارت برس.
Yeah, so it hasn't landed properly. That is very misthrown.
Okay, well this one has come back to cost them. Okay, Yakinda. A twist of the knife for number 2. Flamesy down. Vitality limping.
It's funny like how easy this util is to throw if you know it.
خیلی مخلصی.
It's a big if.
And now they're going to walk through the fade. So
yeah, it could work out.
They are given a gap right now. Yakinda is playing retake. May as well play contact at this point. No point announcing your presence. And they'll be up and in. Just need to get across.
Doesn't have any way to delay either. Not an incendiary. Hang on, that's a free frag for Yuri. And then Yakinda pokes in. It's all taken shape. Trying to do something in a 1v5.
Big plant guarantees another buy.
Okay, but still getting run down. He's going to have his work cut out. Molodoi will not allow the departure of the site. Map point, Furia.
Just been a game of streaks. 3 out the gates for Furia in the first half with the pistol, the conversions. 4 back for Vitality. 5 to close the half for
Furia.
They end up with 8.
حتی ریاضه که نموندن دیگه الان. باش بیا از الان 3 رانده دارن، از رانده 8 اونا دارن چه 3 رانده دیگه دارن هی به حاجی بیو ترای میدن. بیام نمیشه دیگه قشنگ بازیشون دارن میخونن. از پوینتشونه دیگه. خیلی قشنگ بازی کرده ویتالیتی. امیدوارم به چخ نره این مچش. قشنگش
Set himself up for the bladed flames. Warning
اگه به
shot
چون
into
قراره واقعا
shoulder
روی
blade of fallen. Okay, Serato tucked on red.
چه جایی هم
An
قایم
orthodox
شده.
angle might be uncleared here by Flamesy, but the flash might connect as well. You can see Molodoi tight on the line though. Just like that.
And they don't know about Serato. His activation could be the guarantee. 4v5. Fury got them right where they want them to pick up map number 1.
Vitality have not been able to kind of get in cleanly versus this Yuri and Yakinda duo. They've got 45 seconds to change that. Molly back side, Cubby occupied. Yakinda, will he go uncleared? This would be criminal. Surely you clear him now. Zywa spots his back. Nice find, pulls him in. Oh, the spray from Yuri has found him. Oh, Yuri nearly finds Robs as well. Mezzi on the short side needs this. Serato's quick. Nice for Robs and Mezzi. Keeps Vitality in it to win it. Trying to take us to OT. Bomb's not being planted. Bomb is not being planted. Flank from Fallen. 10 seconds. Mezzi, where's the bomb? He is screwed. Can they run him down? Can they wall bang him out? Yuri's coming for you. And Furia, they take the first map. Exactly what they intended to do. Didn't expect it to be on Ancient, but here we go. Furia take the first.
8-11 بودن ها. اش کردی ها حواسم از سه تا. نه ویدیوش میکنم قول میدم ویدیوش کنم چون خواهد چیزی نیست که الان بیام بهت بگم. یه سری درایور میخواد چی میگم یه تنظیمات داره. چون تنظیماتش اگه مثلا چیز نکنی مثلا بوستشو اگه زیاد کنی تو تنظیماتش صدای ریز رو دیگه نمیگیری. میدونی چی میگم و یه تنظیماتی کنی که صدا بوسته مثلا فقط باشه. چیز بعدیش فکر کنم یه 10 دقیقه یه رب دیگه است نه؟
Maybe retake mid. Yeah, retake mid, bro.
Retake mid. Nice. I have cave. Nice. I have ramp, guys. He's a there.
You can go to try to if you want.
I'm going back.
You will try to end.
One was in red. Can't see take.
Careful down at when you pick.
Hadi J later you see me.
Okay, flash deep cave.
Oh nice Gertie.
Chill.
I think they're in.
I'll flash B box. I'll flash B box.
Maybe one side.
Nice,
guys. Nice. Come on.
Sick guys. Nice guys.
بچه من ویبکم آف کنم یه دقیقه تا این مچ بعدیش بیاد.
Cave dead. CT1. More. CT1. No, maybe. I have cave. Both there.
ولی حیفش هاجی واقعا میتونستن تو میتونستن وین بگیرن. به نظرم خیلی قشنگ‌تر بازی کردن ولی خب این چیز 3 ران رفتن تو 20 شده 4 ران رفتن تو بی به گاه رفتن دیگه. قشنگ راند 8 به اینور رفتن همش رفتن تو بی. جای دیگر ترای ندادن. نه فیکی نه روتیلی هیچ فقط مستقیم رفتن تو بی.
Out B. In B.
Dead. One more. Side.
Dead.
I pick forward one.
Flash. Side default.
Flash.
Flash.
Planting.
Nice, guys.
Take KKs guys. Grab them.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Yuri survive.
Bonk.
Yuri play.
Play, Yuri, play.
Nice!
I feel we got exactly what we expected. A close game on a map where neither of the two teams were seemingly feeling 100% comfortable, but that usually makes for the best games of Counter-Strike. A very close affair as well, Yanko, where it went back and forth, back and forth. End of the day, FURIA ended up winning by having a strong ending to the second half.
Here's the thing, Jacob. We got what we expected, and what was that? The casters weren't talking about it. This is deathmatch. This is an FPL game. This is a face-it pug, right? And the whole point about this ancient conversation and Vitality letting it through is, if you're Vitality, why would you want that? Why would you want the game to turn into a face-it pug? Why would you want it to come down to that, you know, smallest of things, when you have you know, everything on your side, the experience, the map pool? You know, that's why I question the reason to let it through, right? FURIA is the underdog in this case. They're the inexperienced upstart when it comes, you know, on a team level. The pressure is on them to figure out how to beat you, even on their best maps, right? You know, on a grand final, it's a different sort of a beast, and I think you made it just a little bit easier for them, you know, by letting them get ancient and having map play out the way it did.
100%. You know, it's always easy to stand here and say now that was a mistake, but you highlighted the issue coming into the game as well, saying that that probably should not have happened. Do you think Vitality are feeling the same in that camp right now, that they made a mistake?
That's the problem. It's like that's the secondary, that's the butterfly effect of this happening, because now the players are like, why did we play, you know, like now you're going into, like, sure, if they can end up winning this final, so they can 3-1 from here, and they'll look back and say, maybe for next time don't do it, but no harm, no foul. The problem is, if, you know, doubt starts creeping in somehow, what if now on Inferno things start going wrong for you, and all of a sudden, right, you're 2-0 down, and all sorts of issues can crop up. But you have faith in Vitality because of everything they've been through together and everything that they've showed, that they'll be able to just, you know, sweep this aside and say, all right, Dan, you know, gamble, didn't work out, we'll still have your back.
Yeah, they got no other choice, to be completely honest. Let's focus on the beginning of this game. First half, round 9, Yanko. FURIA went off to a hot start in the beginning of this game, looking like the better team.
They won the pistol and converted, then they struggled with the aggression from Vitality, but this is the round where they started to get back into it, right? Chaos at the start, and look at it, like the people are going in through the smokes, coming back through the smokes. This is a 4v5, but somehow Molodoi finds a tag. Yuri gets to heaven without Robs covering heaven for his teammate, right? People jumping around. I mean, this was hilarious at this point in time, and it ends up somehow in a 2v2 with Molodoi and Yakinder already having the A-bomb site. 1v2 for Molodoi. Very quick on the final few shots. He's down to his last bullet in the op. He doesn't miss. And this is a massive clutch for him early on, right? To put FURIA on the board. They won all the remaining rounds in the first half, and I think was also a great sign for him to start off strong in the first map of the grand final. We know he's still a little bit of a momentum player, so this is a great sign for FURIA for this final.
I was just about to ask you, like, how important is it to have Molodoi getting off to a start like this, where you can get all the nerves aside, where you can actually show yourself and show the world that, listen, it doesn't matter if it's the final boss, doesn't matter if it's Saivu or Vitality, I can hold up to my own.
I think it's incredibly important. You know, sure, they've won 2 finals, and he's played in a couple of them before. Belgrade had a bit of a crowd and everything, but we're talking about an IEM, we're talking about going against Vitality, the final boss, right? So you can't really be sure how a player is going to perform in that sort of an environment, and Molodoi has definitely delivered.
Now, it wasn't all doom and gloom for Vitality. I know the ending to the first half wasn't great. You're down 8-4. Messi comes in the second half, acing in the pistol round, and you think to yourself, okay, what can happen? Saivu was missing for the vast majority of the game until he stepped up round 18, came in with an ace, or came in with a quad kill with the AWP as well. At that point, I felt, okay, Vitality, they're taking over. It's a game of deathmatch, and when it's a game of deathmatch, the better players usually win.
Yeah, and you look at, okay, that was the Messi, you know, we were talking about him beforehand. He has an ace in the second pistol, really important for Vitality, and then Saivu gets a 4. Okay, they're actually going to somehow push this over the finish line, right? But in the end, I guess the old dog still has a couple of tricks left up his sleeve.
That's what it felt like. You know, I feel like after that Saivu round with the AWP quad kill coming into the round, it did feel like Vitality were gaining momentum. But I think one of the issues you were raising is that when you don't play a map and you don't practice on a map, like you have maybe 1 or 2 tricks up your sleeve, 1 or 2 plays, but as soon as they face the wall of FURIA, nothing else to offer really.
I think that's what we talked about. It's like if those quick plays and finding openings don't really work.
نسیزن خوردم رفتم یه دقیقه مامانم هم کارم داشت رفتم کارش انجام بدم بیا.
Some more space, just keeps pushing, keeps hitting shots like you said, deathmatch sort of a style in this round. The problem became that, you know, it was 8-4 for FURIA, then it was 11-8 for Vitality, right? I mean, they were able to bring it all the way back, but props to FURIA for being able to find the adjustment in the end, right? I think they realized, all right, if you just don't give them any openings and play a bit more passive, play a bit more retake-ish on the B bomb site, I mean, their executes are not going to be super clean. They're probably not going to have protocols in place and not really have good post plans either. Like, you're not used to where do I stand, how do we play off of each other. These are things that you need to practice in reps, and that was the turning point. They started playing more far back and they started winning some of these retakes on the FURIA side of things.
Now, speaking of a turning point, round 21, I feel like that's when we saw momentum shift in the game, and as you said, FURIA were able to close it out.
Yeah, right. You can see 11-8, 11-9. FURIA just wins one round. We get right back into it, a full buy, some aggression towards Heaven. Right, Zywo gets a kill, gets traded, and now it's going to be the Flamesy show. 3v4, he steps up, gets the one kill, gets the second through the smoke. Is even going to find the third, but then Fallen in a 1v2. He doubles his kills in this round. He had 3 kills up until round 21. 2 of those were hunting, you know, saved guns, so no impact whatsoever from Fallen. But it's in this round, he steps up, wins the 1v2, right? And you felt like, all right, this might be it, because from your captain and also a player who's been struggling the most during the game to step up in such a fashion, that's when everyone on the team is like, all right, now we have this. Like, he delivered us the round, kept them alive, and they were able to just ride that wave all the way to a map win.
That's the crazy part. Fallen was sitting at 35 ADR in
بچه خیلی خوش اومدید.
But what an important round that was from Fallen. We also had a bit of a check-in with the coach of FURIA, Sid, after winning the first map.
مپ بعدیش چیه؟ اینفرنو چه مپایی هم پیک کردن آجی.
I expected it to be a little easier, but we actually started messing up with the things that we had, because it's been a while since we practiced the map. But because I thought they would have nothing, but they played well. They had some things too, and yeah, game was great.
Can you tell me about the comeback in that second half as well for you guys, and what was key there?
Marix had a great pause, Kinder. He said that we needed to step up comms, and also we adjusted some of the setups we were doing. And then after that, the game started feeling more comfortable for us.
داستانی که قرار بود کم بکنه کم کرد.
Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for your time, and yeah, good luck going into Inferno.
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
Thank you for follow.
What we know, Inferno between these two teams, a map they played twice, a map Vitality have absolutely been owning FURIA.
Yeah, but FURIA been stepping up.
الان مسابقه است. مسابقه محله.
Losing pistol, losing the force by first gun round. They tried to explode onto A, didn't work out, right? So I expect them to slow it down on their T side. Play default. Winning a pistol would mean a lot.
خانم توی سر به آپارات بزن.
Sort of a buffer early on in the game, but this is where you expect Vitality to be able to stabilize. The last 2 losses on this map in the last 3 months were both in overtime. They won 7 times outside of that, so a really strong map for them.
Knowing Overpass is coming up, a map that FURIA have won 10 times in a row, I feel like this is the joker. If they can somehow
بین تیم ویتالتی و فیوریا.
position to win this grand final.
Yeah, absolutely. If they can ride the momentum at this point in time, they might very well be in for an upset.
All right, there's only one way to find out whether or not that upset is gonna happen. We're heading on to a quick break. We have the second map of this grand final coming at your screens. It is Vitality taking on FURIA on Inferno. Vitality have put themselves in a hard position after losing Ancient. Inferno is a must-win, knowing that Overpass coming up.
حاجی ویتالتی تو اینفرنو خداست من میدونم به شخص دیدم گیمایی که دادن جیر دادن تو اینفرنو مپ ویتالتی بود ببین چی میشه.
But I was just looking to add to my Colex collection.
How about this? Mattis mousepad untouched with the original staining.
Yeah, you're telling me you're not onto these.
Zontic's Eastern Riz tutorial, Telegram invites, 50 a pop. Tom Cruise jacket? Device.
Bro.
Vintage 2018 simple. Cologne confessional priest gown?
Mate.
کلکسیون جمع کرده.
Then why are you here? They're available online with no limits.
No queues, no limits, no reprints.
The scalpers. Won't somebody think of the scalpers?
Damn, guys, we almost had this.
Thank God that's over.
Bored of endless matchmaking? Take your first step towards EPL. Experiencing real strategies against teams of your skill. Learn more at fce.gg/EPL.
تو این پلتفرم بچه باید بریم ثبت نام کنیم، مثل فیسیت میمونه، آنتی چیت داره، باید بریم ثبت نام کنیم، بازی کنیم، ببینیم چجوریه داستانش. هنوز فکر کنم ما راه نمیدم، فکر کنم بچه میشنای خوبی هم داشته باشه. اینو باید برم تحتیشو در بیارم. چی بود اسم از اگه من سریع عکس بگیرم ازش. تبلیغاش 100% دور نشون میده. ساری فکر کنم میشن هم داشته باشه.
Alright, what we're going to do right now is we're going to have like a bit of a bracket of your clutches. So let's start with number one. Click on number one, and it's going to be versing number two.
Okay, it was grand final. Yeah, I remember this one. I think it was really stressful as well because grand final against Navi was the third map. We know we can do like we can be down like 2-1 this map. So it was really.
ناره کم کرد یا چی؟ نگفتی آخه.
I remember like I had to like secure 1v1 kinda because I know if I try to play 2v1 it's gonna be hard, and I know one was jungle, so I didn't expect like him to be benched like this because he's playing kinda 1v1. He's giving me
it's all in, yeah.
But after that I would just try to pick like the easiest 1v1 on my side.
Okay. Well, that clutch will be going up against number two. Yep. So let's play number two.
One,
yep.
So this one, it's okay.
This was huge.
Yeah, this one was most important. It was like also like for the Grand Slam, Grand Final against Falcon. We had done like 12-6 after, and I don't know if we were able to win this game if I don't put up like this maybe clutch. So it was kind of really important. I would say more important than Cologne.
Yeah, okay. So at what point do you think, is it that fight there from Kixon where they misplayed it?
I don't think he misplayed it because I think he was scared to go vent because maybe I can say
open, yeah.
He will be open. But just now, like I wanted to play really fast because I don't want them to have good position, like having a crossover between ramp, behind side, and I have to play both of them like this. So that's why I went instantly on the left trying to catch someone because I knew I already going towards ramp. So I tried to secure the 1v1 like this.
So with these two clutches, we just show Cologne versus or Melbourne, which one wins?
I would say Melbourne.
Okay.
Just for like Grand Slam, the Grand Final, for the comeback as well, for all these like memories we had.
Sure. The importance of that type of clutch. And what okay, nice.
Give me something. Give me something. Give me some aggression. Yeah. Perfect. Nice.
Putain, t'as ton tour de prep là, c'est relou.
Calme-toi, tout va bien. Ça va bien se passer. T'es pas comme ça normalement.
At least I was locked in.
What is that? Bro think he's Professor X.
What the fuck?
Oh no, not the bees.
I've made a huge fucking mistake.
Let's go, Nico! Nice, Nico! Let's go!
Vitality and Furia map 2. Silly business done. Ancient was the first map. Furia take it. This dark horse is a thoroughbred, rising through the ranks. The catalyst to their conversions being none other than a Kazakh and a Latvian. Keserato now had the international squad brought to him. Vitality are going to look to rock the boat back in their direction. A roll of the dice on Ancient. Permaban for both. Now we head into more familiar territory. Now we
هدفون چیزا نویز کستینگ کلا هدفون نیست، اون حذفی تو گوشیشونه با این که توشه و نویز کنسلینگش کار میکنه.
But this is a strong suit, right, Chad? This is where Vitality have done some of their best work.
And this is where they need to assert their dominance. Show that Ancient was just a blip on the radar. A month ago, EPL quarterfinal. Inferno 13-7.
How much has changed?
Util for Apex, Mezzi, and Molly for Rops. Now, Rops is over towards second mid. That could be used for Pit. Sure, has plenty more options available, but just with the pathing 3 through halls, looks like it is going to be Apps Poppy. Yuri there as Molodoi probes down middle, sees nothing. Banana contact taken by Yakinda.
Yuri just playing for that pixel. One tap will fall back. Confirms Apps is occupied.
Util available right now to short. Long and Moto, and just go. As long, there's Moto. It's a flash
out
Holly Pit.
Okay, Yuri, this is awkward. He still manages to turn the flash, can't get a frag. Molodoi can. Trade up available. Drops onto Molodoi though. Looking good, the flash is there.
وای کی تیرش تموم شد. پشمام. پشمام.
Was wide open. It's down to Ammo to convert the kills, and Yakinda, he'll be found by the Woo.
مپ فاجی ویترتی اصلا تو کونم نمیره واقعا ببازم تو این مپ.
There might be another tech issue, Alex.
Potentially.
It's funny, we haven't really had too many dramas up until this point, so we'll see if that is even the case yet.
We saved them all up
چی
for
شد؟
the final.
Of course. We want to extend the best of 5 for as long as possible. That's tough because you're hoping to run with momentum, right? You've just gone out there, you've had your team chat, you've been in your huddle. You said we all knew this was a possibility. There's a risk we were happy to take when we decided upon as a team. We didn't get the conversion. It was damn close. We had some fun moments. Mezio had an A, Sawi the birthday boy, you got a beautiful 4K on the orb. Now, the best of 5 starts.
Yeah, and the way they framed it, you know, coming into this as well, when I had that brief conversation with Vitality staff,
کیسه پیکس به فاک رفت فکر کنم.
with the understanding that this would just kind of be a warm-up, you know, play it like a face-it game.
Well, that is exactly what it felt like to me. I think you have, however, given Furia a little bit of confidence. This is Molodoi becoming a fan favorite around these parts and becoming a favorite in general. Chanting his name and happy to play with the crowd.
I mean, gosh. For someone of his age to already be, you know, not getting consumed by this environment, it's admirable. It really is.
He's around the right people.
You're right. 20 years young.
Just to recap the highlight results since Molodoi and Yakinda joined the Brazilian core. 4th at PGL Astana. Quarterfinals of the Blast TV Austin Major. Everyone making the most of the technical. IEM Cologne quarterfinals. 3rd, 4th at Blast Open London. 1st at Fisher Playgrounds. Quarterfinals at EPL season 22 and 1st at TWC. So they've got 2 trophies. Even the coach getting involved. Why not, Sid?
نه خوشت اومد ها خوشت اومد. اپیکس کردم موقع همه رو جر بده و دندونش.
Apex gets jeers wherever he goes.
چی؟ عرق 1.5؟ نه بطری فقط من تو ایران بود نبود نه مگه. اون به عنوان اجیزا میخورن اینا رو فکر کنم نمیدونم. احساس میکنم توطئه در کار است. توطئه بزرگی در کار است.
Staying at the top is that hardest part. We have already started to see that with Vitality.
They are mortal for sure.
It didn't feel like that.
خوشش اومد ها. اینو بعد بیارنش ورزشگاه آزادی.
We need to get one of those decibel meters. You know, we're going to work out who really is the fan favorite. I think Molodon might have the edge, you know.
Well, they haven't put Zywo on the cam just
نه
yet.
خوشت اومده خوشت اومده این شبیه چیزا هست اینا کس میرن جنگل هیزو میشکنن میارن زویی که از کلا به تخم میشه زایو که کلا به تخم میشه زویی کلا به تخم میشه
Running at the back end around here where we are, so they are furiously trying to get this one sorted.
اپیکس میخواد بزن همه رو جر بده.
Fun fact for everybody.
Oh, I like those.
25 years ago today, Counter-Strike was released.
Right.
So Counter-Strike is 25 years old.
Right.
Obviously we got the betas, but that's when it was incubating. Right, it was maturing to what we know and love today. And one of Counter-Strike's deities, Zywo, was born on the exact same day.
Yeah, though that does almost sound a little too poetic.
Well, that's why he's been dubbed the game.
آرژانتینیه.
The chosen one has had a year to remember. 7 MVPs. Honestly, pipped him at the post at EPL.
حاجی کیسش مشکل پیدا کرده اصلا پشمام.
Okay, well, you see, we're having a hot swap.
Okay. Trying to keep it jovial as well, especially if you're Vitality. Like, you just got a nice momentum starter, must-win map, grand final. You want to shake off Ancient, and then suddenly you're in a 10-minute hiatus with mics muted. You can pull your funny faces, you can play with the crowd, but you don't want to get it too under your skin.
Yeah, and I think it's much easier for FURIA to laugh.
Of course.
In one map to the good. Show us Zywo. See what happens then.
He's had a couple.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, here we are. See?
کلا زایو به تخم میشه کلا دوری میاروش هیچ ریاکشنی نداره.
He's not
oh, really?
But he's not playing ball.
No, that's true.
You know?
When he walked out, he smiled. When he walked out on stage, he did look very serious. Which Zywo's normally very jovial, which doesn't mean he doesn't take things seriously.
شاید مسابقات قدیم من بیشتر دوست داشتم. موقعی که سیمپل و این موقع مثلا تو ناوی بود سیمپل وای وای وای.
Average swing a 1.05.
اصلا شاتای میده خایه میکردی. چشای مرغ میمونه دختره.
Seen a lot of positivity from the players. They really have had a lovely experience here in Chengdu, China. The crowd, I mean, the fact that we had it from the group stage, I just don't know how, but I'd love it all the time.
Yeah, right. Obviously, we are in a part of the world where that can be facilitated.
Yeah, very fortunate, and we made the most. But to see it completely, I mean, it is sold out. I mean, no seats available.
Back to the rafters.
At least once we got that weekend started, even on Friday.
I guess we can use this time to lay the groundwork for the CT defense that will be on display.
تو کورس ها مسابقه. کی گوگلیه؟ کورس دیگه نه این قلبا نشون میدن چجوریه اینجوریه؟ اینجوریه؟ اینجوریه دیگه.
Against Falcons in their semi-final victory. And Molodon as the AWPer. They are going to have a tough task, and I think Fallen was asked about Yuri having a good game, and he was talking about, yeah, well, if they did their prep, Yuri tends to play a lot of...
فکر کنم مثلا کره شمالی چیز کنه تیم بده.
So we'll see if things have been changed up into this one.
فکر کنم ببازن بلا فاصله بیان ترورشون کنن.
Looking like we can get action back underway. Pistol round went to Vitality with an AXQ. Yuri was overrun. Molotov out of position.
سوران گرفتم ولی خب.
Through the smoke, out of bullets and denied. Force fight now for the Brazilian corp. 4-5-7s, a deagle, and a little bit of Utah with a 3-man B start.
مقصدشون بیه. وای 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 وای. دو تا مکسناشون رو گرفتن دیگه.
Yeah, attacked on the boiler and doesn't track Zywo. That's a quick one, just accelerates into the A site here.
You'd expect Yuri.
It's just Yuri here, turns the flash, can't find the Zywo last bullet. 6 HP left on him, as it does seem that their finds on Banana not going to be converted into a second round. That's a nice nade. It's well placed. Keserato and Fallen.
چه نید پیچکی انداخت.
Next round that will give them 4 weapons.
Right.
They have pistols.
مکتنا رو میخوان سیف کنن. مکتنا آرمور دارن دیگه سیف کنن هم منطقیه خیلی.
But that's a perfect example, you know, it's not showstopper. It's not
ای سیف کنن خیلی منطقی تره تا برن چیز کنن.
Exactly. Important double. And they will be looking just to retain these rifles. Zawu needs to get out of the radius of the site as he's very low on HP. But it will read 2-0 in favor of Vitality. With the third likely but not certain.
وای اچ پی زایو 6 داداش کجا میری با کی؟ آره چرا چینیا هستن راست میگی نمیدونم حالا چینی هنه کره ای
And if Mezzi does have impact rounds like a pistol ace, they didn't win the map though, that does go against you, or Tech-9 rounds like he has throughout the tournament, then maybe they can, right? But it is going to be how much impact out of those.
حاجی واقعا ویتالیتی توی اینفرنو خدا اصلا ببینید.
And this is the same opener. Yuri stayed in spawn last round too with this smoke ready to throw, so they're kind of going a 2-wave banana defense. He'll probably lob it out on a tell. Okay, this one's starting to fade.
And it will be thrown.
So this is, I guess, trying to channel them into A.
Ooh, wow, they actually take him down. It was long range, but with their powers combined, 5-7 from Yakinda softened him up. Keserato connects with that scavenge and save, Mac 10.
Okay, well, blocked now, playing through.
Yeah, cheeky. Subverts the expectation, flies into the headshot.
پشمام پس تو چه دیوونه ای چه دیکو بودم
There's a level of bluff that has to be called there. Right, if they're throwing this smoke, there's a reason for it, and playing through it nicely. Cerrado, noisy with this, has been able to get himself an AK, so that's a prized possession. It's precious to hold on to. Ginda caught, Mezzi handles that, and really, Fallen is the other one who's going to be searching for a frag. Extra money to be made. Vines will come out into the next regardless.
حاجی اینفرنو رو میگیره 100 اینفرنو رو میگیره
You will be staying with the bomb. Oh, that's the choice he's made. Know that they have given over an AK-47. We will be 3-0 getting into the guns. Now Molado will be able to get out his AWP. Vitality have had a real battle on Inferno by this event, especially against Mouse, right? So the mind games, the fact that it was their 10th and 11th head-to-heads in the calendar year. And Inferno being a bit of a fixture in a lot of those. So this is going to be the second time you played FURIA, the first in a grand final. And Fallen knows
یه کنگر یه قشنگه دیگه انشت نی دیگه اینجا باید کون وارنه بدی به اینا باستن آورد آجی نمورد نایس نایس اونم لوه مرد دیگه مرد دوه آها نایس وای
You spring into action towards A now, try and take some space, Boiler and Halls, isolate Yuri.
Yeah, you got to find him. The pit player. Keserato, was he flirting with pushing the smoke? He considered it for a moment, but just tugs.
سعید چطوری؟ خیلی مخلصی.
They're going to path into the long smoke. Flamesy in the pocket. I will now to join.
Ooh, Flamesy has a molly. I wonder if he's
push my days on.
He's just going to get traded.
اینجا رو بپا اینجا رو چک کن اینجا واه بنازم زایبو داداش چطوری؟ حاجی اینفرنو اینا دیوونن به خدا. من این اینفرنوهاشون رو دیدم چجوری بازی میکنن. مپ بعدش چیه نمیدونید؟ که داستو باید بشه دیگه. این داستوی میراج دیگه. این فکر نکنم داستو میراج بازی کنم.
Without harassment in Banana, so that has made things a little bit easier with those initial trades. And Zaiwu now 7-1. Can't keep a good man down, especially not on his birthday.
دیشب دیر خوابیدم.
Yeah, and I do think that first map has got him into that Zaiwu zone.
این دولشو میخوام از چنگش در بیارم. اینا میتونن. اوف. چه خطی چه خطی. من بودم میخوردم واقعا. بنازم. چه خوشگل ازش گرفتم. ای دولو.
And if people were paying attention, you would have seen on Flames' cam there that Mezzi celebrated that. Removing the orb is actually quite huge. I don't know if they'll be expecting another though. So right now, Moldoy has equipped one immediately. Flash comes over, they pivot back into that. It's a great shot from Zaiwu. Very well handled.
آرزو چطوری؟
What about two?
And what about Kesarado?
رزو داداش چطوری؟
Excuse me?
This is a Furia buy that only Furia can.
دیر اومدی که به من گفتی ساعت 11 فالا. اصلا بر راند دومش اومدی. انشتو باختن با اختلاف خیلی چوسکی. انشتو باخت تیم ویتالتی. مپ دومش هم مپ خودشه دیگه. تو خونه خودش داره بازی میکنه اینفرنو. انشتو مفت باختن ها مفت. ولی اینفرنو رو میبرن آج. اینفرنو رو میجوان با اختلاف خیلی زیاد. نمیدونم بسی به عادت داره دیگه. چجوری عادت داری همون اصلا همون درسته. چیزی که راحتی باش. دوباره اینا بیگیر شدن. حاجی این راندو بگیرن دیگه دهنشون سرویسه. قشنگ دهنشون سرویسه. چون دیگه رانده بعد ای دبل سیو باید بکنن دیگه داشته باشن. اوف 2-2. وای 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 چرچ سیوه. اوه چیزیشی گرفتن دیگه. کیت داره قصه پا بگیره ازش دیگه. او اینجا وایسید نمیمیری پشما. نمیدونستم آجه اونجا وایسید نمیمیری. حتی چیز باید 100 بشه دیگه. چقدر با هم حاجی هماهنگن. اصلا آدم کیف میکنم. بابا زایبو تو انشنت به خدا این ای دبل بهش میرسید کلاچ میکرد.
Mid question mark smoke lands. Looks like they want to play behind this quite quickly. 3 started towards A for Furia. They're not hedging B.
تا الان زایبو من شسته قشنگ. الان نه. نیم ساعت دیگه.
Confirms multiple bodies wrapping on the long side. Yuri standing on the balcony itself of the elevation. As he flying with a push, flash in for the the library hunt.
بابا خونه اولشه بابا. اصلا تو اینفرنو این زایبت اصلا من بیرو میگیره. اصلا مگه میتونی رد کنی اصلا.
Rob still apartments. Molodoi is holding for that. Looking lower as it currently stands though, but a quick flick not out of his wheelhouse. Yuri, he's perfectly placed his crosshair there. A quick burst to the face as Apex goes down. A leg shot. Could finish it with a USP. Robs is trying to do something, but caught by Yuri. First 3 contributions from Yuri and he gets it done.
تو هشتم خیلی 8-11 جلو بودن. 11-8 جلو بودن. 11-8 جلو بودن بعد اینجوری شد که حاجی تصمیم گرفتن یهو مثلا 3-4 راند برن بی. 4 راند فقط رفتن بی. فقط 4 راند رفتن بی بودن. یعنی هیچ کار خاصی نکردن. کار خاصی که کردن ولی 4 راند رفتن بی. مثلا 2 راند 3 راند اولش که اینجوری کلا پوش بی خار مادر. ولی میزنه حاجی تو اینفرنو واقعا من دیدم حاجی اینفرنوش واقعا خیلی خوبه. نگاه کن اصلا ترید هم دیگه اصلا پشمات میریزه اصلا. یا سیو میکنن دیگه عمرن دیگه برن بی. برن بی من یه تریزی بزنن الان نکشتن. چه حالا مثلا آپ نمید آپ ندارن. وای 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 وای.
Kill already progressing and covered just as he looks away. Yuri's got a cover. He's doing it all for Furia. Looking for number 4. Yuri, sensational play.
A misstep from Zaiwu there. It's so silent. I think in that situation, maybe getting ahead, expecting it to be the save. And they've gone fishing. They caught a big one. Second round for Furia, and Yuri's the man they have to thank.
Wow.
Yeah, look, I think he's either trying to repause, he wants to use his nades, but either way, getting caught. Think about it, they're not spamming smokes, they haven't made any sound, because this one here. And then the fact that Flamesy takes down Molodoi, Yuri's just going to be channeled in, the Molly doesn't dissuade, and that's a massive clutch.
Jumping up, pre-aim was there, Yakinda flicks on down, he's looking for number 2, but the dunk denies, it's Mezzi. Pulls them back, Zaiwu low HP, held by Fallen.
این پسر ملودیه چیه؟
Gonna be deterred on his progression is Mezzi. Heard an audible reload on that sandbags. Molodoy's long side is a comfortable hold with Rob's gone. It's just 2. Flamesy and Mezzi. Nice fire.
اصلا دابل اصلا ببین پیکاشون آدم میونه پشماش میرزه. یکی میره باز میکنه یکی دیگه پوشش میاد. چیزی که اصلا حاجی واقعا تو مچ‌های ما هیچ وقت اتفاق خیلی کم اتفاق میفته. ولی ما اینجا هر بار داریم میبینیم اینو. سیوه سیف کن دیگه. سیف. مانسی هم خوبه مانسی الان بد نیست خدا وکیلی ولی خب جلو زایو نمیتونه فکر نکنم بتونه کار خاصی کنه. تو انشنت هم میگم تو انشنت هر بار بهش که دبل رسید زدش. هر بار رسید بهش دبل اینو زد. اسنایپر تیم فیوری قشنگ جلوش نمیتونست کاری بکنه. یکی دو جا مثلا زدشون ولی خب اکثرا زایو بهتر بود نسبتا. تیم آخه رضا تیم ایرانی جمع کردن داستانه به خود.
So this Molodoi Orb wants to start over towards A again. Okay, Serrato also facing A, so it might just be a 2-3 start, meaning we might see something more aggressive towards Boiler and Halls, see if they can grab Rops throughout his progressions. Or are they expecting a change-up from Vitality? There's that Halls aggression. You catch it on the X-ray.
This is a very ab-centric setup. And despite that, Yakinda is playing as though he's got no fear. The dunk will put some into Zaiwu, and he finishes off the job. Perfectly timed engagement from Yakinda. Cover from Fallen. enables them to slip back, but he doesn't want to. Despite that man advantage, Akinda wants to get another one going. It costs him everything. He goes down. In the meantime, Robs has managed to somehow isolate a duel on that app setup.
I think there was an investigation window, and Robs was just passive on the balcony. So the trap that they had set up to
بچه صفحه سیاه بود ساری یه لحظه من نه صفحه سیاه بود
3 players in his area and he manages to find one.
Yeah, but right now you expect Molotov to drop back. He's actually stayed so aggressive in halls, and he's got company.
Robs is coming in first. Will it be the wide swing? Will he pick it out? Bait it out. Wow, how's he ready? That's the trade out of Robs.
Eserado needs a multi.
تصحیح درست شد بچه یه لحظه باگ خورد درستش کردم.
And they've only got 30 seconds for the finish. Now the bomb is on the back of Apex. Yet to see a contribution.
چون کم فیلتریم آره داستان شده بود. فیلترش کردن یکم خاموشش کردم درست. وای 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 تک به تک رو نگاه. تک به تک رو نگاه.
Right down to the wire. Robs' triple kill and still not around to show for it.
Picked the perfect timing, did Fallen with that push. Activates, calls Banana clear. At that moment, Queserado knows trouble is knocking on his door. Means that he can be more ready than ever to deliver something. But this setup,
باشه من زایوا رو بیشتر دوست دارم. خب پلیر قدیمیه دیگه.
Probably expecting them to fall back to site-centric defense. They stayed forward and they're back down to the pistols. Yakinta, his antics, charging through Banana in the smoke for now. Might be flashed through this.
Such a huge discrepancy in the economy. Deliberate MP9, Yakinta, no nades. He knew he was going to go for full commit.
They're going to pop into this.
They are.
Only take the space. FURIA don't know what's coming. Molly sandbag.
Just throw out the mid question mark as well. Might keep boots.
این 6 ران تو ترور گرفتن خیلی خوب گرفتن. اگه بتونن یکی دو تا دیگه بگیرن. منم آجی زایو سیمپل ببین پلیرهای با تجربه هستن. حالا سیمپل الان جدیدن بازی نمیکنه ولی خب
And the rotation is miles away.
This is their go. Just the two of them, Yakinda and Fallen to try and defend. Oh my god, look at the connections, Fallen! Takes one, Flamesy and Mezzy worse for wear off of his initial engagement.
چه خوشگل اومدن رو سایت.
Got to see that default plan, Flamesy ensures it goes
چه
down.
خوشگل اومدن رو سایت.
Apex still has a smoke and a molly here.
They're coming in for that check on close half wall, that's where
چه قشنگ با ایکو اومدن رو سایت.
Fury down, nice from Saiwu, hang on a second.
زایی باید بترسی. پشما.
Molotov doesn't think so. It's awkward. They're stacked up on the coffin side. They know there's a fight. It's coming upon the fade. Charging through the pool side. Flamesy doesn't have the health for this, but he's trying his luck. There's a something from
پشمو آجی مزی هم خیلی بی پدره. آجی مزی هم خیلی بی پدره. پشمو پسر تکنای نسته چرا اینجوری میزنی پشمام. آجی تکنای اینا حکم چه میدونم انفور داره قشنگ. انفور تو دست ما. آرزا هزینه کن. پشمام. راند ایکویو گرفتن. چه راند ایکویو گرفتن؟
Apps pop 3 through. So quick. They're going through the smoke. They're disrespecting surely.
Yeah, okay, Serato's going to be there with his 5-7.
الان تو چه تیمیه سیمپل؟
Got bodies on side. Attention drawn. It's looking good. It's looking
وای 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 ایکو دادن ایکو گرفتن. ایکو دادن ایکو گرفتن پشمام.
Mate, that is beautiful. That one is a feel-good round there for FURIA. Read him like a book. That setup was perfectly prepared.
FURIA.
3 players looking at you. Nobody blind. And you're just jumping to your demise. A quick tour to the A bomb site. As his financial woes for both teams continue into the final round.
بس با چی میره اون ورکی؟ با کدوم دکمه میره چپ؟
Why the hell not?
This worked for them before.
بگم دور برگردون میزنه نه؟
Hamstrung a little, operating under 61 points of health. The re-smoke will limit his options.
حاجی ایکو دادن ایکو گرفتن پشمام ریخته اصلا از این گیم. بگم گانه خودشون رو دست پیش فرداشتن دیگه گانه‌ای که لوز داده بودن رو. پشمام.
Okay, Yakinda's decided to just spray blindly into the smoke. Perfectly timed. Getting flashbacks of vitality.
کلا سیمپل داره برای پول بازی میکنم. تو تیم فالکون هم رفت ولی از تیم فالکون اومد بیرون. آجی موقع که تو ناوی بود واقعا ناوی اصلا هیچکی جلو دارش نبود. ناوی خدا بود اون موقع. اینجوری بود که ناوی اول شد. ناوی هم اکثر مسابقاتش. اینو کریستیانو شده بود سیمپل لاشی. نیده توپ میرفت تو شورتش.
And Yakinda secures it. That is stunning. What a recovery. It started 5-0 to Vitality. We've got an Inferno, a competitive second map in this grand final.
میزنه آجی قشنگ با اختلاف زیاد اینفرنو رو میزنه. تازه این چونده الان دارن ترور اینجوری دست میگیرن. سیتی ببین چه هولد خارمادری کنن. وسط بازی سیستم چیزم کراش کرد. سیستمش رو عوض کردن. اپیکس اینجا چه پاجی کاوری کرد. اینجا خودم خواهی کرد. آخه میدونی مثل نمیشه به خاطر پول سری کارو بکنی. از سیمپل ها نگاه کن اصلا دیده نشده تو هیچ مسابقه. دیده هم شده یه عمل کردش تخمی بوده انقدر که تیم عوض کرده این چند وقت. خفن ترین تیم در حاضر میگم ویتالتی دیگه. اگه سیمپل توی ناوی بود میگفتم ناوی 100%، ولی خب واندرفول الان مثلا جاست سیمپل گرفته ولی خب دقیقاً هم همون دیوایس سیمپل داره بازی میکنه، همون سنس سیمپل، کلا همه چی سیمپل، یعنی میخواد قشنگ جای سیمپل پر کنه توی تیم ولی خب نمیتونه. اصلا این چونده اون موقع سیمپل با اون سنسی داشت، سنسش خب زیاد بود دیگه، بعد قدرت منافش خیلی زیاد بود، هم آجی اصلا پشه رو هوا میدید میزد به خدا. یارو مثلا تو بانک، تو من یه کلیپ دیدم یارو توی بانک تو اوورپس تو بانک داره جامپ میزنه چک کنه، اصلا تو چک یارو رو میزد یه جو بایدر میزد صدا بز میداد یارو. سیمپل الان سی اس کو گاد بود ولی الان سی اس 2 واقعا خبری نیست بهش.
We're live from Chengdu, China, looking to crown a champion. second map of this best-of-5 grand final between Vitality and FURIA. It's Inferno, which most would expect to see Vitality bouncing back from the loss of Ancient. However, a competitive half and a nice run towards the end of things has got FURIA in the conversation.
It was the inverse of Forced by Wars to start the game. It was Forced by Wars to close the half. Going to be 2 from 2 pistols to map number 2. Bring that B defense. Heavy banana group. Apex flashes at the ready to set up Zywoo and Flames over towards Sandbag.
Very nade intensive. Just the one Kevlar vest for Yakinda and one for Yuri. Okay, Flamesy trying to bait him in, back away. Flames will force Zywoo to do the same. He doesn't get what he wanted there. There's some flashes from Apex that sets them up for that re-aggress. Flamesy removed. Apex and Zywoo ready to biff, ready to brawl. Zywoo's been having a great time here on Inferno. He keeps it up in the pistol. Bit of a pistol demon. Look at him go. Farms up number 3. Quick one back from Molodoy.
Bomb will go down, 2v3.
It's a necessary kill to keep the conversation alive of a FURIA pistol here.
Oh. Epix'u چقدر خوشگل هانت کرد. پشمان. 2 به 4 دادن هجی.
It's Mezzy to try and save them. He's got a pretty good pistol on him.
Can't take too long. There's a molly for the bomb if K-Serato can find that.
You're right. If he removes K-Serato immediately.
هجی مزی دیوونه است بدون چیکار میکنه.
No, he's not. K-Serato. Oh, he's ready for you. Double kill for the 2 remaining. FURIA take the pistol.
We trade out the pistols again, and Molodoy 15 frags. He is going toe-to-toe with Zywoo on the other side of the server.
Yeah, everyone was wondering how on earth.
بزنید دیو بزنید بابا بزنید.
FURIA scouting.
This right here is
خدا ببازن ها همین کچله کلهشو فرو میکنه.
and Molodoy have been the best 2 performers for FURIA throughout the tournament run, so he's showing up right on time. Round 2 drop there for Vitality, but they will force in. Mezzy on the scout. Rops gets out an M4. He's been gifted that by Zywoo, but this looks like just a B rush straight into an execute. They're not messing about.
Apex lost his full belt of util. Damage does find the mark of Yakinda and K-Serato.
I just think with how quick you have this top banana control, they are worried about a flank behind, but they might just stick to their guns. And you can break through this. It does seem risky against the pistols. Shell shocked again by another nade, but only a little bit of damage. And if they use heaps of mollies, you're in the clear.
Yeah, they're going to be in trouble here. Yakinda's going to be leading in. Spearhead of the assault. Good find from the spread.
Oh, beefy.
Fallen emerges from the smoke victorious with Flamesy gone.
M4 for this retake. Rops is going to need to do a whole lot of work. Getting boosted.
Yeah, you're right. Setting him up on the vantage point. That's enough. Gets what he needed. They have the leg up only for a moment. Molodoy doesn't play scared. Instead, mantles up, finds Rops over the smoke, and now tucks in.
They're re-smoked, right? They're going to have to try and get this M4 and fight from a different direction. I don't even know if you can go for this now.
I think that kill onto Rops may have very well sealed the deal.
Oh, get this M4.
Which parts don't have?
All the way back in a spawn. Yeah, no chance now. Bomb is way too far gone.
I mean, competitive, threatening for that second round, but Molodoy finding his 16th does seal the deal.
All right, not bad. Another lick of damage done. Mezzy retains that. Zywoo picks up the M4. He can either drop it again or buy some armor for himself and give the deagle to someone else. Looks like he's going to go with that option. He's 17 frags. Why the hell not? They need him.
And it started so well for them. They managed to, find out the info on the jump spot. Molodoy just brings the fight back, not letting them get too comfortable on the retake.
Yeah, that's the key in some of those post plants.
Shrugs off the Mezzy scout shot.
Yeah, well, we're all tied up.
Okay, heavy advantage for FURIA to take A.
Zywoo is starting B with that M4. Rob's aggressive in halls, doesn't have support. Apex gets the scout to look down mid.
7-7 دامه ترسناک میشه چقدر گیم.
Been where some of the strengths and woes for Vitality have shown themselves, especially in their games against Mouse. This one has a different flavor. It's not just all 5. Taking to this side of the map, K-Serato forces out util. Fallen, alongside of Yakinda, investigate halls and boiler. They have an option available now. In float with the bomb at his feet, Molodoy. Exchange of smokes again, so they are just calling through this. The biggest factors is trying to bleed out those nades. Make sure that you put enough of a threat. The CTs can't just greed their util. So they've been donated an extra.
Oh, okay. Mezzi with these pistols.
Mezzi.
Found Vitality something, a little glimmer of hope perhaps, but they aren't going to exec in. Flamesy throws out a God Flash. Zywoo will try and peek off of that. In fact, Flamesy actually finds Kesarata.
Vay Yazid to.
It very well could if that Deagle had connected. Buys them some time, a moment's respite.
It's the scout that's close though. What's he meant to do?
I mean, hit a crazy shot through the smoke. That's his only option.
Well, Robs will have full banana control, but he's going slow. He doesn't know that they're all
Koştu.
Mezzi's found himself an AK and has a molly. They need to get a move on if they want to win this.
Molly towards new box, nobody home. Yuri is going to be vulnerable to the Apex scout, depending on how he clears. He wasn't ready for that position. Yuri brings him down. Mezzi probably likes the way that AK feels in his hands right now. I don't want to throw it away, but on his back pedal, caught by Yuri on the swing. Robs a similar goal, but Yuri a similar result. 8 for FURIA.
کامبک میاد بچه‌ها که بوی کامبک میایه.
Opportunities that Vitality could have won on the lighter buys go missing. And for the first time in this map, FURIA take the lead. How long can they hold on to this? Zywoo doesn't bring out the AWP. It's the shot there to open things up for Mezzi. Holiday gets his, however. This is where that quarterfinal at EPL and the veto really comes home to roost. If FURIA snatch this overpass next, and FURIA have already beaten them on this map before.
Kind of been their MO though here in Chengdu. Vitality doing it the hard way. How many times did we think Mao's had them?
How many times the teams reverse sweep best of 5 finals? Pretty damn rare.
All right, good point.
Campbell away from B. They've just let Flames on his lonesome. Apex will join A, and he's having one of those tougher Apex performances. That molly has missed. Campbell looks good.
It does. Vitality well positioned. Yakinda pathing in. Robs on that balcony, a crossfire established. Mezzi beheaded. Nice find, forced out into the fight by the Flame. Yakinda suspects there is a Zywoo on side, and he's ready for him. Edging into the angle, Yakinda prepared. FURIA break into the A site despite the gamble.
Beautiful. No other way to put it, really. Diligent stuff, and even with that rotation, now it's about the hunt. And look at the radar. No one is hanging around with that bomb. They are confident. Apex and Flames are attempting to save these M4s. It wouldn't be the first time they've taken everything away from these two.
Yakinda's coming for you. Flamesy on that elevation can provide some support.
Very committed.
I think he knows he's going to have to take a fight at some point, wants to do it on his terms. Fallen is going to be met by a trade from Yakinda. Apex 2 and 12, and it seems 13 is on his way, just like that. Molodoi closes it down. He opened up the round as well. Pick off from the balcony player. Wants him to get a chance to play.
Yeah, and it was a wall bang, so it must have been a fast one there.
I feel like he is one of those AWPers that is hitting these crazy quick flicks on the corner of walls as well. Knows the penetration of the AWP and leverages it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Through the
railing. Well, this is 4 straight in the half. But 6 straight if you consider the way that the first half ended. So momentum has shifted and Partial is equipped. Apex back with this Mag 7. Rarely see it getting anything done. Doesn't mean it can't, and there wouldn't be any better time than now. But both teams have been able to win lower buy rounds. So no reason to write them out of this one.
Okay, he's survived the salvo.
Smoke behind to act as bait.
پیکس میزنه اینجا کسی با مکس 7 یقهشو میگیره یا نه زمینه آنتن نمیده این چیزا واسه اینکه اینجا
with how good players are in the modern game at clearing all of their angles. You're not pulling a fast one on a player like Kesarata.
Deliberate UMP here for Yakinda. He knows he's going to be the first man in. Wants that running accuracy. He clashes with Rops' MP9 here. If he throws out that smoke, it's going to get awkward. They know where you are. Springs in, burst, doesn't quite find lethality.
All right, well, the armor, two of these three, is worth something into the next round with the loss bonus maxed on out.
چه این همین دست چپی دو تا بازیکن دست چپی
Throughout this year, Vitality have only lost to 7 opponents. They've won 8 of the grand finals they've been a part of. The only one they lost was against G2, Fast Open London, and that was a 5-mapper. So once they make it to the final, they get the job done with only 1 blemish on that record. And right now, it's looking scary. FURIA are going to extend this lead to 10. It's a 3-round gap.
Genuine contender in FURIA.
With the major right around the corner, there would be no better time to take a scout like this.
عجیب باخیدن.
Claims the last man standing. All 5 looking to stay alive for FURIA. That's going to feel damn good. Zaiwu saved his pennies there, so the AWP will immediately be invested upon. Timeout from Xtaz. And they're starting to sweat. Now Vitality, no stranger to clawing back to matches.
Sure.
Melbourne Grand Final against Falcons.
Sure.
And the Mao's new game in recent times, but at the moment, nothing going. And I know from Fallen that he has high respect for Apex and Flames. He's layering of utility over towards B on the CT side. It's something that I'm sure he's studied and looked to find some gaps, find some holes or responses to deal with them. And they win this one.
best of 3 نمیدونم best of 5 چون که فیناله دیگه 3 نیست کنم 5 تا باز دارن هنوز 3 تا رو باید ببرن دیگه 3 تا رو ببرن
Inferno was seen as a safe haven, a way to immediately level out the odds.
I'm 5.
Let's go, boys. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, Messi! His round cancelled early. Cheeky double nade gets FURIA started on the right foot.
More than that, it's information of the 3-man B start.
You're right. He's not the usual candidate. How does Fallen leverage that? He starts to search middle. Zaiwu's AWP is posted. Yakinda Boiler making his move, making pressure with the Molotov. He still has line on Boiler. How dangerous is Yakinda feeling?
Boy.
Does catch a nice timing, throws out a replenish of the flame. He's done well there. Takes the space, or at least forces off the AWP line.
At this moment, you go for a B execute.
Comeback is
it's
at FURIA.
Perfect. The disrespect with the smoke break. CT smoked, and you're just gonna have to save.
They're gonna hunt them again. They have more than enough money.
بی خالیه.
This is 11. There's no way this one will go against them. Vitality have given over control completely. The bomb to be planted, the 40 seconds on the clock. Now, as long as Yakinda stays alive, he's understood this. He doesn't need to play forward with the round secure. He just needs to contain. Now, as soon as they realize it's oh so quiet, the smoke's fading, and there's no one behind them, let's see if Fallen wants to call his team into the hunt. Because again, removal of these guns is massive. Sure, the loss bonus is maxed out, but if you can wipe the board, what are they meant to do? The hunt is rapidly on the way. There's no util to try and push them out of places. He's going to need to be some sharp shots.
And Yakinda's starting to be that first man. I think Robs is ready for this first fight. Confirms pit occupied. Does Fallen call off the Panther? I think they will. Not interested in giving too much away. 11 to FURIA, map 2 of this grand final.
And a flawless T-half. 6 rounds straight with the last 2, not a single blemish on the record.
When does the buck stop?
Well, you might feel that you're in a scenario where you need to force the issue. Just so tough.
The layering.
نیدی بود که داشت میرفت تو باسنش ها.
You're into the nade, so looking beautiful from FURIA. tepid start.
People say Inferno's T-sided, but not 6 consecutives are T-sided.
Snades again. Util damage through the roof.
Hang on, you needed a clawback there, and Flames gave it a go, but it costs him more of his health. Down to just 14. Deep nade looks like it's destined for damage. It does.
Molotov swaps out with Caserado.
Kinder's on a quicker time.
Nade بازی شده.
Will not make the same mistake. Finishes him off.
Nice.
Vantage vitality.
اموریش میشه.
Full commit to this. He's trying to be a playmaker. Ogdan's the AWP to Caserado, and actually a smoke spam puts him down to just 2 HP. So
خطرناکه
very good. The strongest case vitality have made for their first CT round.
Still feels like they want info. They're playing quite forward on middle. So I would porch. Ezzy tucked into the pocket. B fake dropped in. Silently boost into window. And not so silent anymore. So didn't get this one perfect. Flames are cheating over now.
Okay, Molotov onto Mezzi is a problem. Especially when the AWP misses his first on the short side. Block util, trying to slow them down 20 seconds. Furia still throwing themselves into the site. Caserato's nade does remove Robs, but they shouldn't have a chance here. Caserato's got his 10 HP AWP and back it away. Doesn't want to die after time.
Retreats as vitality succeeds. ولی با جاکشی
There was a
گرفتم.
moment on that execute in where the trades go the other way and they steal 12. The vitality, they get there first and they start to settle into this CT side. That's thanks to the Zawu flick onto Yakinda in Boiler to give them the opening incision. Here it is again. To be caught twice. And first tactical timeout from Furia.
خیلی سخت گرفتن راندو.
Now that AWP save, they already had plenty of cash, but might extend a few more AWPs in the hands of Molotov down the stretch because loss bonus just came in at 1,400. So starting at the bottom of the barrel, they understand that they'll get a couple more cracks at this before the financial woes will really start to play in. 30 seconds as well for Vitality to talk through their next moves. They're not in a position where they'll have a residual buy if they do lose. Have to regard those saves and see how that factors in. But this has been a damn good half from Furia, especially considering the pistol that Caserado and Molotov snatched back in a number disadvantage. They've been running with that gift. Just one more to guarantee OT.
There's that early Molotov, Yuri consistently throwing it out. This time Vitality playing behind it. There's their first flashback. They're trying to boost up the AWP. Molotov, does he get spotted there? I don't think he has been. Now he can uncrouch.
چه جای خوبی، چه جای خوبی. همونو بگی، همونو بگی.
Flamesy's committed. They are just going to stand and hope that if Flamesy makes a mistake over the tip of the smoke, he's got a
ولی خب این نمیتونه هانت کنه. چه بوسی، چه بوسی. اپیکس کلش تخمی ها. 3 تا کیل هم بیشتر داره. هر دفعه هم داره تخمی. قشنگ کلش تخمی ها. قشنگ احساس بکنم که فاکتا خوار مادره.
They set up a trap and he flashing a fight straight through it. Flamesy has a look and confirms no one home. And info flows both ways. Furia are aware that might be Vitality's understanding.
Still got time to change their plan.
But it doesn't look like he's going to be stubborn about this. Those pieces are still moving.
تو رو خدا میسنه زایبا. اوه دستشو زد ولی نمورد. پشت دیوار بود البته.
And then you start rapping alongside as well. This is nice with a 3-4
آره دقیقاً آجی.
Fallen partner up. Flamesy's going to be left on a complete island. He's in so much trouble. Flamesy has to step up and deliver.
نایس نایس نایس. بنازم بنازم. وای 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 اینجا اینو بگاه ندی تو رو خدا. تو رو خود زایبو تو رو جون مادرت نکن این کارو. حاجی فلمزی هم چی میزنه خداییش. وای بنازم. چه پیسوری زد توش. هیجان گرفتم یو حاجی. یو هیجان گرفتم. بود چی بود بابا خوابم داشت میبرد. چه تریپل کیل خوبی. اپیکس بدبخت نگاه کن اپیکس نگاه کن شاید فلفل شده قرمز خارمادر فشار داره میخواد دوباره بوست گرفت دوباره بوست. آخ این دفعه دیگه زدش. نایس چه شد خوشگلی هم زد بهش. با بزن مپ خودتونه. قاپلشون انداختن دیگه. حاجی رابط شبیه این سرباز آلمانی هاست. دقت کردی؟
Continue to get blocked and iced out, you might even consider going for a four-man save. And the reason I say that is just look at all the nades. Like, there's still an opportunity for them to try and fight back in. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it is one of the options that they're likely discussing now as these block pieces of utility up. Flames on the line with the scavenged AWP.
تو رو خدا کسکلک نکن.
Oh, he's ready. Jiggle pay, that's all he wants. He wants that info, confirmation of commitment.
Interesting smoke. I don't think that's what he was looking for, but going to use it to his advantage.
It's a funky one. Lamesy. Break of the smoke reveals Serato. They make best use of that smoke, Chad. He gets a second set up to succeed by Apex's HE.
The Utah's being thrown in. Mezzi's here for the alley-oop. Got the flash if the execute is real.
Mezzi's ready. Flashes for Flamesy.
Cool.
Just yet, they're gonna have to run in now. There's surely no way these three can best vitality. Running on in, Flamesy
خوب شد داره کامبک میشه مثل انشن کامبک شد به خدا کامبک شد.
Scorched earth on that B bomb side at the moment, and as discussed, the money was going to come into question. 4.1 the high end, as that hair clip might become all the fashion around these parts. One round game now.
آره پول ندارن
It's only 3 rounds.
پول ندارن خواهی هم ندارن. الان من تو ایکو خار مادر حاجی ببینیم ایکو میرن.
It's hard to put a team like Vitality away. They've gone AK in the hands of Molodoi.
It's like Flamesy just remembered what they tried last round.
Yeah, and it's understandable, right? Because if teams want to float behind that half horseman, that's one way to punish.
حاجی مادر ماست سایدی.
So AK for Molodoi, Tech9's for the rest with you, so everybody leaving 1k plus, other than Fallen who's dipped a little bit deeper, but he'll just operate with a pistol if he has to. 2900 into the next. A plan will help facilitate buys. This has to be a pocket call. Look at him springing straight into an execute and Ross is early.
حاجی ایکو رو ندید تو رو خدا ایکو رو ندید ایکو بابا ایکو رو ندید تو رو حضرت عباس ایکو رو ندید وای ایکو رو دادن. دوست دارم کجا افغانستان؟ عربه یعنی میخوای بگی؟ یا عربه یا تاجیک کجاییه؟ حاجی ایکو رو دادن بابا فاک بهتون بابا بچسبید دیگه. سلام سوسیس.
Flames defending Flames. Last time out, Xtaz, emergency meeting required.
But that's the type of round that you're going to feel quite tilted because he's either getting caught off guard. Rob should have been able to hear those steps gallivanting up second mid. He threw emergency U to understanding that.
بوشمیا جی جی حالا نمیدونم.
And yeah, a bit of bullshit there from Yakinda just to sprinkle on top of a round that already hurts.
Oh, it really hurts.
Now Robs, this guy's kind of big in China. When he comes down, he usually delivers with the goods. At the moment, 9 and 15, and it was his side that was the weakness. Zaiwu and Flames have been the difference makers. Apex has been absent. Mezzi's had some impact with the Tech9s and lighter buys. Time for the others to join the party. Well, this will be a 2-0 lead for FURIA going into Overpass. Third map of a best-of-5 finals. Their map choice where they've already beaten Vitality before, just a month ago.
Zaiwu starts off blinded.
Casey again.
It is Keiserato. He's on the warpath. Quick about this. Look at his pathing. They really want to punish Zaiwu. They're ready for it, and so is he. Trace on out, just a leg shot. Keiserato saved by the corner. It's Mezzi ready for the arch wrap.
حاجی تو رو خدای راندو بگیرید. وای.
Empty hands for the Brit. Apex has to make up for it. Traded by Keiserato. A 4-on-3. The man advantage. FURIA can leverage that. It's just flamesy. You know you've removed Apex. And Molodoi, look at the way he's approaching this. He's just backing his aim. His quick reaction. He's going to go for that quick scope, clearing the sight contact.
Rob's gone down as well. They don't have to pivot. Zaiwu.
Yeah, it's awkward. Flamesy finding Molodoi is great. It has to move back, but now you've got this weird loose piece of Zaiwu. His back turned, looking for Yuri in apartments. Lots of moving pieces.
تو خدا زایو در بیارین راندو. وای 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 بالا بالا بالا. ندید؟ نه نه اون که یارش بود پشمان من خودم هول کردم. بزن بنازم 2-2 بازی 2-2 شانس هست شانس هست تا صبح خوبه پیتو دارم پیتو رد کرد پیتو خوب رد کرده فقط پوزیشن گیری هاشون یکم تخماتیکه کیت هم دارن کیت ندارن کیت دارن مثل این مردان نگاه میکنم وای 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 حاجی این فنران باخت که اکبر جوجه چطوری باخت که پشمان پشمان اسرائیلی هست دوشون باخت که یه مپ دیگه مونده مپ بعد نه چیه مثل فالو ازم ای فاک بشوزی خیلی قشنگ بازی کرد اولش تریپل کیلر رو یکی دیگه بزن حاجی یه مپ دیگه خب بابا الان رابس هم خوبه زایوا هم خوبه خدا وکیلی باک بشه حالم بد شد تبلیغ تو مسابقه کامپیوتر تبلیغ بلک آپس میکنن کس خدا کانتر پلیر فقط کانتر بلده بازی کنه این چیه رابس عالیه ولی حاجی باختن ببین سوپرلایت من داشتم خب سوپرلایت 2 رو همین چرا نگرفتم سوپرلایت که داشتم قلتک موزم خراب شد ببین موز خوبی هن ولی انگار شانسی هن برای یکی خیلی کار میکنه برای یکی مثلا زیاد متریاله ساخته لاجیتک کلا تخمیه ریزر بگیری به نظر من بهتره این چیه؟ با بچه چشمه بچه که گل مصرف میکنن به دردشون میخور آره ببین من خودم لاجیتک سوپرلایت 2 رو دیگه نگرفتم خب سوپرلایت 2 رو نگرفتم به خاطر اینکه قلتک موسم خراب شده بود، سوپرلایت 1 داشتم، قلتک موسم خراب شد و اینکه دیگه دلمو زد سرم. بعد کلیک چپش هم بعضی موقع 2 تا میزد، باور کن 2 تا میزد، یه باگی داشت 2 تا میزد. اونا فروختم و چیزی گرفتم، اینو گرفتم. این دسادر ویتری پروه. خیلی الان یه مدل جدیدترش هم اومده، یه مدل دیگه اومده، خیلی سکسی و خوبیه. من چند وقتی دارم استفاده میکنم، واقعا چیز خوبیه. البته الان چیزاش رفته، بعد اسکیتش رو عوض کنم. اسکیتش دیگه صاف شده، اسکیتش هم باید برم بگیرم. دسادر ویتری پرو، اگه سیم دارش هم بخوای، دسادر ویتریه، پروش میشه به اصطلاح وایلس. حالا یه مدل جدیدش هم اومده، الان نیوشو زده، مثل سوپرلایت 2 دید چجور زده، این هم الان نیوشو زده. قابلیت جدید داره و رفرش پوینتش هم فکر کنم 8000ش بازه توی اون نسخه جدیده. این اگه بخوای باز کنی بعد یه دونه از این دانگلا بگیری که من نگرفتم. یه سری دانگل این شکلیه، اینجوریه، باید بگیری. اینم جدا باید بگیری، من نگرفتم، این روش بوده. اگه بخوای 8 گیش باز شه بعد یه دانگل مثل این بگیری که اونم جداست دیگه. 8 گی الان 8 گی اکثر پلیرها همون 1000 بازی میکنن، ولی خب 8 گی هم بذاری باتری زودتر تمام میشه. من اینم حاجی باتریش واقعا نسبت به سوپرلایت بیشتر نگه می‌داره. سوپرلایتی که من 1 داشتم. آره بیفور میشه دیگه فکر کنم. یاده دسادر بیفور، آره می بیتیری اون بیفور. آجی من اینو شاید باور نشه، شاید تو ماه 2 بار بزنم، آره 2 بار بزنم شارژ تو یه ماه، 2 بار میزنمش به شارژ. خیلی خوب آجی شارژ نگرم داره. سوپرلایت هم هست. سوپرلایت ببین ماسیه که کلن خوش دسته، هم برای چپ دستا. این هم راستی اگه چپ دست باشی به کارت نمیاد، چون کلن ارگونومیش مال راست دستاست. چپ دست هم باشی اذیتی یکم دیگه. کلن ارگونومیش برای راست دستاست.
Players so early on in rounds for Vitality. From that point on, you always have to go for some sort of a gamble, some sort of a risk, and Fallen was definitely ready for all that.
He was ready for it. I would say outcalled.
ولی مثلا چیز لاجیتک سوپرلایت 2 کلا شبیه تخمقه، کلا هم چپ دست راست دست. کیبورد و بچه من بهتون پیشنهاد میدم رد دراگون بگیر. رد دراگون میگن، رد دراگون میگن. آره دیگه. و من رد دراگون کا 552 اشتباه نکنم. حاجی عجب کیبوردیه واقعا دارم بهتون میگم. پس دقیقه کا 552 چه کیبوردی واقعا. اصلا نه رنگش رفته، نه این نزدیک 4-5 سال زیر دست منه. کا 552 عجب کیبوردی. با اینکه بچه مثل کیبورد چینی ها، ولی خداییش من زیر دستم کیبورد لاجیتک هم مثلا بوده، ولی خب این عجب کیبوردیه. مثبتم چیزه لاجیتک جی 640. مثبتم دیگه بچه، مثبتم یکم دیگه جون داره، ولی خب دیگه کم کم باید عوضش کنم. مثبت و اسکیت های موس هم باید عوض کنم. ولی اگه خواستید بچه کیبورد بگیرید حتما چیز بگیرید، رد دراگون بگیرید. خیلی برنده خوبیه واقعا بچه، کوالیتی کاراش واقعا. اصلا میگن ریزر فلان بیسار، ولی مثلا این من استفاده کردم به همه پیشنهاد دادم، اینقدر خفنه.
just surprising to see Rops really underperform so significantly, right? He's been such a rock for
یه دونه کیبورد اومده بود چیز بود مثلا ایودی دیدی میزنی ایودی دیدی میزنی یه کیبورد بود نمیدونم چه برندی بود آریان بعدش بپرسم چی بود دقیقش یادم نیست اسمشو ایودی که میزدی دیدی مثلا ایو میزنی دیو میزنی و وای میسه کاراکترت اون اتوماتیک اون کارو میکرد یعنی مثلا ایو میزدی ول میکردی ایو سری وای میستاد انگار دی میزد یه ماکرو ریزی روش بود اونو فیسیت اومد چیز کرد کشید زیرش اونو الان چیت حساب میکنه دیگه نه این که بهت دارم میگم اون حالت ماکرو نبود مثلا این دیگه روش بود نمیدونم این که میگه ریزه همین قابلیتو دارن ولی خب اینو الان مثلا چیت حساب میکنه دیگه مثلا ایو میزدی ایو ورمیداشتید وای میستد کاراکتر مثلا ایو دیگه نمیخواست بکنی الان نمیدونم چنده بذار ببینیم کا 550 داره مدل جدید ترش هم اومده بچه‌ها مدل جدید من اینو دارم حالا اینو من خریدم اون موقع نزدیک فکر کنم 1400 الان شده 8700 ولی بازم کیبورد خوبیه بچه سویچ آبیش هم بخرید نه حاجی تو فیزید هم ممنوعه داستانش تو فیسیت نمیتونی استفاده کنی این داستانو بند میکنن قشنگ راحت بندت میکنه ببین توی کانتر واقعا حالا چیزی که من خیلی احساس کردم خیلی مثلا بول بود برام مانیتور بچه‌ها مانیتور و موسه حالا مانیتور که سیستم خوب یعنی از داشته باشیم مانیتور بچه 240 حالا به بالا واقعا یه برتری خیلی خاصی میده به نسبت کسی که مانیتور مثلا 60 فریم داره یعنی اگه بخوای کانتر بازی کنی حتما باید یه مانیتور بالای 140 فریم داشته باشی بچه تو این میره مچ بعدی من برم این نهار ریز بزنم بیام اوکی برم نهار ریز بزنم بیام برسیم به مچ بعدی
out for him on this next map.
At the end of the day, it's up to you guys in the Twitch chat to decide who you think is the DHL MVP of the day. You can use your Twitch channel points in order to cast your vote, and then we'll summarize and figure it out. Now we have to switch focus towards Overpass. You said it yourself, Yenko. It is a puzzling scenario, right, for Vitality. Going down 0-2, that's one thing. Having to play Overpass versus FURIA, who's on a 10-game win streak. It almost smells like a 3-0 in my world. I don't know about you.
I mean, it's looking like it. This is arguably the map on which FURIA has the biggest advantage out of the entire veto. But I was in Malta when it was the other way around, when it was FURIA being 2-0 down in a grand final. And I said then, for Na'Vi, that map is their best chance to win the final, if it's a 3-0. And they missed that chance, and FURIA came back and won 3-2. It's the same thing now for FURIA. Overpass is their best opportunity to win this final. If they somehow let it slip, Vitality is definitely capable of reverse sweeping.
Now, FURIA will have to start on the T side, we'll assume, you know. It'll be quite stupid, frankly, to put it out there if Vitality weren't to start on the CT side. Anything you expect in particular coming out from Fallen and the boys?
No, I just expect them to do more of the same, right? Like they have a strong default, taking map control. They do a great job of applying pressure somehow at both the A and the B bomb sites. So you're sort of guessing, you're unsure where they want to end rounds. If Vitality can find a way to disrupt them and get that information, they can have a strong CT side.
All right, you said it. Vitality will have to find a way regardless in order to stay alive in this matchup. The grand final of IEM Chengdu is the current scoreline right now. FURIA 2, Vitality 0, which means that if FURIA win Overpass, they will crown themselves as champions in Chengdu. This could be the last map of the grand final, and I find it quite possible disgusting to even say it out loud. Vitality could be eliminated. Vitality could finish second without even winning a map in the grand final. We'll have to find out after the break whether or not Overpass is the decider.
Damn, guys, we almost had this.
Thank God that's over.
Bored of endless matchmaking? Take your first step towards EPL, experiencing real strategies against teams of your skill. Learn more at fce.gg/EPL.
Hi, this is Basement Dweller's first advertisement. And our second drop is, it's up, actually. If you're seeing this, it's up. It's available on the ESL shop. We had our first go at a jacket, and I'm really proud of it. I've always had an interest in clothes, but, you know, seeing behind the scenes how the sausage is made has been a lot of fun. And if you like the clothes, tell me. If you hate the clothes, tell me, but try them before you slag them off. I think they're really comfy. So yeah, that's my advert. I'm gonna try again. I wanna record another one.
I feel like one of the things that is good for though is like the seesaw. So not like a full on like let's throw nades and then we'll just rotate B because they're obviously going to beat you on rotation. But it's just about like putting the pressure and then taking space, putting the pressure and taking space, because like if you do have all con control, short control and bathrooms on the T side.
Just like having shorts on this too. It's over.
Great.
Yeah, you have everything you want.
Yeah. So like you can, as you're pressuring A, you can have a guy searching short to either catch rotations or see if the site's empty, right? That's one of the things in the modern game that super key is your lurks knowing when to be active enough.
Yeah, that's very micro decisions, that micro timings, micro understandings where they might have gone for a 3A, have to check it. It's worth to go for this 1v1 or 2v1. But yeah, it's we have a word in our team that we call it Pinocchio.
Pinocchio?
Yeah, and basically we're trying to sell a lie, you know? So for example, if we kill this guy on A, and I know that there's a chance they can go be rotated to A, sometimes I'm gonna tell the A players we're closer to Pinocchio A, so they understand like I have to apply a little bit more pressure, however I can, in order for them to be a little bit more convinced that it's A, and then this is the micro timing for the B players, you know, because they're doing the lie, they're selling the lie on the other side, and then the lurkers have to capitalize. Okay, this is all they can do, you know. So they're gonna communicate it. I'm done. Like this is all I can do, and then you have these opportunities to be going for those kills. It's an important keyword.
Interesting.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Thank you for giving us some of your thoughts on Overpass.
That's it. It's a good map. Hard to play on pugs though, but it's a good map competitively.
Yeah, just don't play it on pugs.
It's hard.
Problem solved.
It's hard.
God, you look like shit, brother. You get that zoned out look every time you lose, don't you? Yeah, let's go. Come on, it's a beautiful day. Forget about the old games everyone has. Come on, stand up. So you're not at your peak form anymore. Who cares? You're much more than just a player. You tower over these server douchebags. You're a legend, man. You're a global force. Don't you get it? You spent your whole life building community and legacy. And even if you fall short, who cares? Good for you. Fuck it. They're waiting for something big. They'll get it. We'll give it to them. Drop that goatee, reignite that fire. 30's the new 20, motherfucker. You were the original. You paved the way for all these young guns. Give the people what they want. Some good old-fashioned clutch magic. Fallen Phoenix rises. Another shampoo bowl with your face on it. Guaranteed. You were larger than life, man. You brought joy to people's sad, meaningless lives. You made them jump, laugh, shit their pants from the excitement. All you have to do is...
How he's alive. Chengdu steps into it. Got the no-scope, and he's gone back again. Fallen is just on another level right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Heads popping, big, loud, fast. Look at these fans. Look at their eyes. They're all sparkling. They love this shit. They love it. They love blood. They love action. None of this slow, tactical, drawn-out bullshit. And the next time you call, it will echo in millions of minds. You will glimmer on thousands of screens around the globe. Another major. You are a god. See? Maybe now they will understand. There you go, you motherfucker.
Is this real life? Is this reality? 2 to the good, FURIA stride into overpass for a shot at the king. A trophy lift ahead of the end of the season, ahead of that major, hitting fine form of FURIA. And Vitality now have to do what so few have done before, a reverse sweep in a best-of-5 grand final. And in order to start that conversation, they have to best FURIA on one of the few maps FURIA have been able to best them on previously. Overpass our third. Is it the final? Is it a trophy for FURIA at the end of Overpass?
Mentioned the reverse sweep. First time all year, Vitality have started 0-2 down in a best-of-5 final. Over that record, 8 trophies, 9 finals. This is the 10th. It's bigger ramifications than just the Astralis record. You've got the ESL Grand Slam. You've got the confidence going into the major. FURIA might be able to seize power, at least as far as that head-to-head is concerned. And well, to get yourself back in this and push us to the 4th, you will need to snap a 10-map win streak for FURIA on Overpass.
I'm sorry, 10 maps. Woof. While we have the extra time, I want to share with you a quote from Fallen's recent interview with HLTV. He describes this form as incredible. He says it's incredible. Some teams, they come together and you just get the right pieces right off of the bat. You have the right mentality, the right staff assistance, and then it just works like magic. And this team has been nothing but that. Well, you know what's magical? Be lifting a 3-0 in the face of Vitality, taking the trophy home with you.
And FURIA just look like they're having fun. We do have another tech issue before we get this one underway. Our apologies to everybody watching. Hopefully get this one sorted ASAP. Didn't sour the mood too much on Inferno. There was the pistol, and then from there managed to scoop up 5 straight, did Vitality, but not the map. I think this man alongside a Molodoi with their pistol round clutch set the tone in that second half, in case you missed it.
I think the desk was right to point some criticisms not towards Flamesy, in fact quite the opposite, but towards Robson Zaiwu and their shortcomings on Inferno.
Yeah, the A side, they have a lot of pressure put on them, especially if those rounds come faster, and you're meant to be able to get 1 each at a minimum to make it manageable, but unable to deliver that level of output. As the headset is off and the frustrations are there. Looks like more of the same regarding some of these comms boxes, so not the time you want things to go haywire, but that's what we're dealing with. No matter what happens in 2025, this is undoubtedly Vitality's year. I think the difficult thing with greatness, right? Astralis, the greatest of all time. Vitality trying to put themselves in that conversation, and their run's not done, right? If anything, they're just getting started, and it's more about, well, when will, or if this will come to a close. Now, sure, this season hasn't been filled with as many trophies, but they're right there, and they're still considered by most the best in the world.
It's the target on their back.
Oh, sure, right? And right, this is the perpetual conversation, and in the modern game, you're not reinventing the wheel, which is essentially what Astralis did, right? What they brought to the forefront of Counter-Strike was the detail of the utility, and the way that they were able to min-max every detail, and that's why the modern game looks the way it does. Now it's about staying ahead with your individuals needing to be on point, and your constant versatility in your calls, and that is the toughest part, in my opinion. Right? It's not just one man who's responsible for that, it's everybody in the team coming in with different ideas. And Flames, despite being down 0-2, is still trying to keep a smile on his face, so enjoying the moment while we have it. You have FURIA, who, you wouldn't know it, but they've been in the wars. A bunch of their players have been sick throughout Chengdu, different variations, not just everybody getting hit with the flu. Fallen taking a Twitter saying he had an issue with his kidneys one day. Yuri was in hospital last night, he had one eye. With an infection going on. Yakinda as well, had a spew bucket on stage the other day, so it hasn't been easy. The same for Vitality, but maybe not in health, in results.
There
is some Brazilian representation.
supposed to be good luck, that.
They're trying to teach the Chinese crowd some of the chants.
Having a mixed bag of successes. What I find so impressive here in Chengdu is that they are just cheering for good Counter-Strike. It is where it is. Sure, you've got the jersey on, but you're cheering for a good game. Right now, a close affair. Same can be said about Inferno. FURIA pulled it across the line in both, though, and so you know is Yakinda trying to go for crowd work? There we go. He's done well.
چی شده؟ سیستماشون دوباره به چخ رفته؟
I think he thought they were going. Damn.
They're playing along.
Yeah, Chengdu converted. FURIA fans in the building. Got a spare seat in their house for our grand final this Sunday.
A lot of this FURIA conversation has been about the newer additions. Fallen might not feel like one of them just because of the nationality, but definitely is. The new brains of the operation. It's a kid like Molodoy. The Black Flash, they call him around these parts. And Yakinda, the two new additions back in April. Yakinda transferred from Liquid's bench, Molodoy from Amcal. But for me, it has to be about K-Serrado and Yuri. These are franchise players. Yuri has been a part of FURIA since November.
سیستمشون یه سری مینی کیس بود. من خودم پشمام ریخت. مینی کیس کوچولو بود.
Same for K-Serrado, who's been there since February 2018. So we are talking almost a decade.
بمالش.
There is nothing else on his team list. Take a look. You want to see
مربی بهم میگن
I mean, that is the definition of franchise player.
Exactly, and I think
مالش
to be able to lift an MVP that picked up at TWC.
Long time coming that.
And especially the players of their caliber. We've been watching on our screens for many years, and the guys of art for a long time. They would always make a splash, but they didn't have the legs to take it the distance. Now they've got a team that plays modern meta and looks damn polished while doing so. And I think when you've got a leader of men as Fallen, right, not only is he here to facilitate the calls with his pedigree, he's also to facilitate the players within his team to get the best and absolute most out of them. I think he would be the first to tell you, Yakinda within these mid-rounds,
گرون است دادا گرون است. اوورپس هم هست پشما. دیروز به یارو گفتم بوست بده رفتم یه دقیقه اینور پت افتادم پایین. بذار قبول نکنم این حرفتو.
This is going to get really uncomfortable for Mezzi and Apex.
Oof.
Yakinda shuts him down. Apex's eyes roll to the back of his skull.
FURIA میبره آجی.
FURIA will be taking the pistol to start off proceedings of map 3.
Hey, playing with house money as well, FURIA. We're sitting behind their booth as they
خیلی بد میزنه. خیلی بد میزنه.
That the next map was Overpass. I don't think they could quite believe the state of affairs that they find themselves in. If Ancient was banned, I'd hazard a guess that Overpass would have been their pick. Not only because they beat Vitality a month ago at EPL, the 10 on the trot, this is a comfort map for them, and it's a map where T-side rounds are worth their weight in gold. So the pistol is the first step in that direction to a 3-0 victory over Vitality. Best of 5 grand final. Yeah, sure, G2 topping them. They had to work hard. For FURIA, I'm sure hard work's gone into this, but they're making it look like chance play.
Yakinda, that Glock out range did very well, and the fact that they even considered it with Yuri coming in through Con, ensuring they'd be able to take that late short control. Long range as well from Fallen's Glock, okay.
Force by now from Vitality. 2 Famises, 3 5.7s, and a smattering of U2. They'll be starting 3-2, traditional setup. No monster smoke deployed early. Yuri will be in through Con. And it's very heavy towards B again. Nobody probing A, so Rops takes no contact. The stack is in the right place.
چه نید پشیزونی.
Ooh, yeah, nearly lost Yuri there. Combination of 5-7 bullets, and now the Famas could have finished it.
صدا پا داد ولی نفهمید.
He doesn't know how close he is to demise. Oh, good find. Flamesy, no armor, no problem. He still gets something on the 5-7. There's Mezzi as well with a chip in. 3-on-3, chaotic pandemonium.
پشمام
To
پشمام.
bail him out, but not enough. Yuri, the last man standing, and he was the one that took the early damage.
That's where both are, but this is going to be so tough on low HP for Yuri.
Takes his double kill.
بابا اپیکس وای 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 پایین رم چیز داشت مانستر داشت. من 240 سری قدیم ای اسپورت 25 اینا 540 فرمه. اینا مینی ایکس ال 25 چنده 66 همینه. من 240 دیگه اینا کن ایکس ال 25 86 برای من 20 ایکس ال 25 46 اینا مدل جدیدتره دیگه. اینا 540 فریمه.
The bomb does go down. Yuri gets great value out of that situation and does help facilitate 2 AKs, a Galil, 2 Tech 9s. This time it will not be B-centric.
25 86 ایکس آره. این سه جدیداشه دیگه. فرق نمیکنه 200. ببین 240 به بالا زیاد چیزی تفاوتی حس نمی‌کنی. جدی میگم.
Overpass all about the map control. You guarantee connector. It's going to make playing between the sites late a whole lot easier. Grouped up now.
بعد داجی به سمانو بخوای همچی چیزی جمع کنی سیستم خیلی گادی باید جمع کنی میدونی؟
And there's no resistance, at least in stage 1, front-facing toilets. Rops is here, Zywoo jump spot. Short control.
If their edge is in, Galil best. Important trade back as Molodoy puts Rops down, and Zywoo on site does a lot of damage to Molodoy. Catching some flack himself and actually looking to play back behind the smoke, changes his mind. Now back dice, Yuri meets his fate. Good find from Zywoo. Where's the find? No trade. Bola can't find it. No one touched it. Triple make it.
پشمام بناز بزن او پسو بزنید. آره چی اصلا روش رد شده. حالا معلوم نیست چی معلوم شاید کامبک شه. سیستم چیه؟ سی پی یو چیه؟ 540 فریم میگیری؟ و 540 فریم حداقل تو باید 700 فریم بگیری ها.
Yeah, well, language is a big conversation point for this team. True. Now, it clearly can't be a problem they've gotten this far, but I imagine in chaotic moments, it's a mess for everybody. Molodoy, a gun again, so they just want to keep slathering on this pressure right now. It's blocks for everybody else. If you're going to invest in a rifle, you at least want to get some value. So 1 kill might be enough.
چیزای 60 میگیرم 240 به کارت میاد.
Needs to become 3-1 for vitality. They need to put up the blue wall.
برای 540 حداقل تو باید 6 بعد نزدیک 700 تا بگیری دیگه. دراپت بیاد مثلا رو 500. می چی میگم؟ نایس اپیکس. بزن پسر بزن. اینو باید فشاریش کنم خوب بازی کنه بابا. فشاریش نمیکنم. حالا 50 80 من با 40 80 هم میتونم بگیرم. با 40 70 هم میتونی بگیری. با 40 70 هم میتونی بگیری. این چون سی پی یوش اینجوریه که سی پی یو هم باید چیز بگیری دیگه AMD بگیری. الان سی پی یو 7800 XTD سی پی یو خالی بازی رو باز کنی 200 فریم بهت میده. 200 فریم که دراپ داره ولی خب سی پی یو خالی. تیری کشش هم زیاده. نایس. وای بک تو بگی بک تو.
them perfectly. Yakinda with a clawback. Wait, Apex did as well. Not ready for Yakinda.
How long can they keep this? Because Mezzi can cover Con from here, but Zywoo also...
اینجا نگاه بوست رو ببین
He starts moving on up. It's nice. Adaptability from Vitality.
بوست رو ببین پشما
Zywoo demonstrates with the AWP. Catches one on party and just puts case on.
بنازم بس
That CT side.
بنازم
You said it's about that strong start on the T side. They got the pistol. They thought they'd achieved it. Vitality quickly let them know this is not going to be a freebie. See this again. Zywoo lending a hand. Drops. You're taking the first, knowing that trade is going to be sought after.
Weird Apex isn't looking... Well, no, he was, but it felt like he was late to it.
Loved this. Don't see this kind of exchange too often.
مثبت خوب جی 640 خوبه ترجیحاً میگیر از دراگون شاپ نگیر آدمای حرومزاده ای
They're going to try and soften up with some nades. They land on the doorstep of Flames, but he wasn't on the boost and he wasn't jump spotting, was just operating with the spams. Now, this needs to be another gimme in the Vitality camp. You can actually get into your flow of gun rounds once the Molotov AWP comes in, and you'll see them go for 2-2-1s again. And Molotov's AWP in connection, because this kid's so quick, he goes through Con and tries to punish you on those jump boosts. We've seen him hit it. Forward, Zywoo close by. When you play committed positions like this, you have to get the opening frag, right? Even if the second goes against you, that's fine, but you can't be giving away the first. So, just stuck with his boots planted as the B defense is the one shifting.
Face it level 10.
A little bit wary of a potential B execute, and to pull that off, Molotov will be setting up the upgraded pistols with the flashes. Fallen likely to smoke heaven, and jumped up. Well,
nice smoke.
A lot of time to adjust into that City Apex.
Robs wasn't ready for Yakinda's positioning though, so he will go with empty hands. Looking like it's going to cost him too much. Mezzi on top of the barrels.
Peter out into this one.
Double swing, they're ready and active, using and leveraging that rifle range advantage. Oh, he even spots Apex. He's getting a lot of info safely on this B site.
اولین بار میبینم تو استریم
Considering what comes next. So the first rifle round, Vitality played a staunch defense over towards A. They were aggressive, right? You had Apex in connector, being able to cover that off, while Zywoo and Rops connected to shut down over towards T-stairs, as well as the playground exit. Now the question needs to become, do they want to continue that, or do they want to allow FURIA to have the time? They're going to have to work through the protocols. They're going to have to use their utility to push back the angles, to set Molotov up. It's another 3-2, which could be telling of another aggressive setup on the A site.
Extra util delivered by Apex, but he will be starting over towards the A duo. Starting long side.
util برش میندازه زیروکس که متیو میگی
lands right down his pocket, doesn't elect to go for the wall bang immediately, so Flamesy's survived.
And the prep is done. You can see it on display right there. Flames going the safer version of the jump spot, and then just get one glance over. Surely he won't hit me. Now we get into the mid round. The default needs to activate over towards A. Bathroom smoke in.
This is really cheeky, right? Normally it's one or the other. Apex wants to.
بچه گلی متی.
Oh, missed shot. Not an easy one, but they'll pull the ripcord and get out of there.
Still difficult to take a lot of space off the back of that one. You're giving away the audibles too. There could be a third individual on the site in the bathroom. So rejigging the defense on both sides of the map. Flames now up and over. Damage done.
Not going to help them paint the picture though. Just Yuri and Connie's always there.
But look at the time, 35. They're definitely pivoting back to B. Molotov, AWP, and Bomb. Apex joins the defense. Reading the play well, Vitality.
Yeah, Fallen and Yakinda are so disconnected from this play. And they are going to find the opening. Flamesy going down to the Molotov AWP. Still now Yakinda lingers, finds another. It's up to Mezzi, defending his side valiantly. Can't control the spray. It's Apex with a chip in. Catches Yuri Con.
Time.
They have to plant. Apex is in such a good position. Good find. Gets Molotov. Apex massacres the attack. Nothing left for FURIA as the 6 delivered. A captain delivering in the frag department, top of the tables. Apex not ready and willing to give this one up.
It's about time he woke up. He's trying to legitimize himself as one of the top in-game leaders. I don't just mean of this year, but of all time, right? If you take a team like Vitality, maybe you don't eclipse that of Astralis, but even if you're number 2, that's of all time. Now this year, in the best of 5 finals, he's been playing against teams like the Mongols, Maus, G2 was in the mix. A lot of these teams have new generation in-game leaders. Fallen is the old master. 2 major titles to his name. Sure, Apex has got 3.
CPU.
But Apex has never tussled with Fallen in a grand final. Even though their first match against each other was back in 2014, 11 years ago. This is the first time this is ever unfolding.
من لو بازی میکنم تو چنلم هم هست ویدیو تو آپارات یه دونه گذاشتم که حالا FPS بهتر بخوای بگیری همون دقیقا همونا رو اعمال کردم.
Fast rounds from FURIA is what got them going on Inferno. So maybe a pop in the B.
Maybe. You'd have to deal with Mezzi and Flame Z. You can see Mezzi going forward, trying to he almost anti-flash, burrow into the monster pipe to avoid those flashbangs. Do they catch him? They do. Oh, he's booked. Nice find. Still, no way. Molodoi opens up the site with 2. The Tech-9's feast. And now the facts swing through. There's K-Serato and Yuri.
اینا با تکنو چی میزنن؟ آره همه با لو. آره دیگه اصلا ببین گیم مولتی پلیه اصلا های گرافیک میخواد چی کار؟ اصلا گرافیک به کارت نمیاد. همه لو بازی میکنن. لو بازی میکنن چون بتونن پرفورمنس FPS بیشتری بگیرن.
Mezzi, excuse me, very comfortable in those situations traditionally.
Well, Molodoi must have hit a cracker. So the first is we saw, just finishes it off, and then this second one, bang.
چقدر ناجی با تکنون خطرناکه.
Very well there, output on the pistols.
Impressed. Okay, Robs and Zywoo. This is going to be an aggressive stance for that fountain control. Zywoo being re-aimed by Molodoi. Molodoi just looks away as Yakinda's caught. Rounding the corner, life spot caught out completely. Robs positionally sound. Straight back to
بزنید اوور پس دیگه بزنید حاجی دیگه کامبکش کنید دیگه زشته ناموسن.
The thing though, the bar is set quite low on this T side for FURIA, so they've got the pistol. Sure, they could have definitely got the conversion and taking.
چرت و پرت اصلا اپی نیست که FPS تون رو بیشتر کنه بچه. سخت افزار فقط سخت افزار. کراش سای روش. بچه خوبیه.
Now the fortunate factor of being able to win the round with the lighter investment does mean that there is enough money for FURIA to go again into the next. Likely to see fall on the sword again to hook up Molodoi. Worst case, Yuri goes down after time.
اینا اینفرنو رو هم بعد می‌بردن، ایشنت هم بعد می‌بردن.
If he's going to get away with this save, you can see Vitality on the radar starting to clamp down. He knows he's the connector player.
ببین کلا چیز تو گرافیک بیاری پایین FPS میره بالا. ولی عملاً باید سیستم خوبی داشته باشی. نمیتونی با اپ و این داستانا کار خاصی بکنی.
He has found, and that might be enough. Yuri used that as a buffer to take a little bit of safe space, hold on to the AK, and now it actually works out even better.
Safe
Yuri can drop the AK, Fallen, or K-Serato. K-Serato has the most, can drop the AWP. So everybody will work out to be in a full gun round position, and Molodoi gets what he desires. So important save there for Yuri.
Yeah, and an important pick up from Robs and Zywoo. You can see that this was that next one. The jumps.
Able to get past Mezzi and Flamesy on a few more accounts as we're using their boost against them is Zywoo.
Yuri knows he's pathing, covered by that smoke.
This is a bit more standard. This is a 3-1-1, so no AWP looking for the jumping hijinks. Molodoi will be going for fights towards long, divider, trying to push them back at range. It's a double bathroom setup. Robson Flamesy as Apex will join them too. So the awful what Vitality hopes keeps B strong.
CPU کلا گیم بچه CPU محوره.
looking for each other if they walk into these traps. So out long they flash, a little bit cumbersome there with the nades, but they're out regardless.
Okay, this is kind of what Flames and Robs have been waiting for.
Robs has to play first. Flames is an unknown entity.
They're gonna flash it. Robs eats it. And there's Flamesy, the unknown entity only gets the one, so Apex is the, oh, there's a surprise for Fallen. You can see he had his knife out, was not prepared for Apex.
Bomb needs to be picked up, they can't just react into the finish. And there wasn't a nucleus of players, they were still somewhat spread, so 40 seconds. Now it's about Vitality reading the rotation. At this moment, a good move for Apex is to jump spot on the site, play for info. He's still got a molly he can block with.
CPU چیه؟
Zywoo can rotate up, but you can't get caught by the Molotov orb.
And his reposition now noted as well from the bathroom side. Apex is alone, that flash indicates as much. He's caught with his nade out, what's he doing that for? Fury finds him. This shot from Zywoo signals the bomb should be going down just in time. Look at the time. K-Serato, let's say wall bang! Ooh, not gonna happen. K-Serato plants it.
Mezzi's still on B. You all know what that means. Is I think one or two things has happened there. Someone has informed.
3700 چقدر کم FPS میگیری؟ کارت چیه؟
Feels like Apex based off of the way that he was playing.
من 400 تا میگیری؟ خب خوبه دیگه. من 3600 کایف هم دارم، همون نزدیک 360 400 دیگه. بهترین سی پی یو بچه‌ها میشه گرفت 3600 دیگه تو این تلا برای کانتر مقرون به صرفه.
Now the save is the informed decision because the finances go kaput, so does the half of Vitality. For me, 8 feels like a minimum. 9 feels like a way back in. It just looks ugly.
Especially when you look at the time. 15 seconds as he goes down and the site opens up. I mean, it really gets awkward for Furia if they don't find that.
You lose this, you have no money for the last Vitality. Let's hope those saves are worth it.
ولی مثلا کارتی داشته باشید، سی پی یو مثلا 7800 اگه داشته باشید بچه FPS ناموس بهتون میده. حتی اگه کارتتون زیاد جالب نباشه، مثلا دیگه 3070 داشته باشید قشنگ بهت 500 600 تا فریم میده. خیلی حاجی سی پی یو گادلاکیه.
Nice toggle.
This also allows an activation for a push. So Apex, again, cannot go down on the site. Needs to jump spot. Robs could start activating if they get enough information. And then Zywoo. Oh, Zywoo is Zywoo. Let's see what he can do. He's got Yukinda and Fallen on their way.
Oh, he considered it.
He scopes.
Oh, he's not ready.
نه تیم ایرانی کجا؟
Now looking for number 2. Traders there.
از اون حرفا زدی هیچ وقت نداشتی.
To try and set up his players, including running around wide. Not ready for that. Molotov, Apex cheeky, finds the bomb carrier and the sniper, so a very important scalp to pull us back into a 3v3, and it's awkward for Furia given the time.
They can rotate, they have connector control.
Yukinda's a real nuisance. Ooh, info on the jump spot, Apex. He's gonna tuck in. K-Serato creeps forward, that's Yukinda.
یکی ضعیفن، یکی هم که جای قبولشون نمیکنه. من خودم طرفدار ناوی ام، ولی ناوی قدیم نه ناوی الان. ای بابا ای بابا ای بابا حتی میره سیو میکنه دیگه. تگ به 3. اینترنت ایران یه لحظه بچه ها درست شد. آره ویتالیتی هم خوبه، تیم خوبیه. فعلا که پشیمونمون کرده حاجی. بابا یه زمان ناویاتو ندیدی مسابقاتشون موقعی که سیمپل توش بود.
I mean, that's timing 101, right? Like, he was really considering. I feel like I could make a full 10-minute montage of Fallen leaping, looking backwards, jiggling and wiggling to pull crosshairs. He is just doing everything he can.
VPN داره ما رو میسابونه قشنگ پوستمون رو داره میکنه.
To set up the stars of the FURIA show, and Yakinda, this is his map, this is his domain and terrain. 11 frags deep, top of the tables, first time out from Xtaz. That feels late.
Yeah, I guess though this is the thing when the rounds are so spotty.
چرا الان فینال دیگه هیجان که ریدن توش دوران بعدش هم باختن. الان میدونی اینجوری هن که همه اکثر رو فیوری هن دیگه، فیوری میبره. مگر که الان کامبک یه چیزی بزنه الان مثلا هایپش بیاد بالا.
Able to drop an M4 and he's actually dropped 2, so he's going to take an MP9. He's given an M4 to Zaiwu and Robs, so at least the A defense has the rifles, which makes sense for the range. The SMGs get to play closer, but the question is, do they want to use it and play aggressive into short and maybe
new followers join the kingdom.
خیلی خوش اومدی. مرسی فالو.
FURIA will be happy with this scoreline in the halftime break regardless of the outcome of round 12.
Yeah, especially considering that second round did not go your way. A run of 6. After winning the pistol, they go down 6-1. To battle back to a 7-4, maybe even 5. How do Vitality approach this? Heavy B lean.
Expecting a potential shift, right? FURIA have been doing these defaults a lot, so maybe expecting them to go into something that is a pace change and capitalize on a gamble. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to continue with the 3-1-1s, because if they can make an incision or get the space, they've shown they have a clear advantage once the round settles into the 40-second mark.
Second wave, a flash into the smoke bathroom. Fallen stampeding loudly towards top con. Trying to stay dynamic, trying to stay nimble.
فدای تو بشم عزیز دل، مراقبت کن.
An overpass exclusive.
Fallen stays aggressive as ever, happy to put his body on the line without the flash. Knows it's about pressure.
خیلی مخلصی.
Back that third A defender right now. They're sitting pretty, and that's enough pressure. Yeah, he's done it. He could call it late, right? This could come down to the last 20 seconds or so, and they could be sprinting towards B.
Dun 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 dun.
B over towards A.
Robs is going to try and tuck in on divider. Zaiwu contact. Apex going to throw a flash upon the fade. Robs set up.
پشمو چه فلشی. چه فلشی. چه فلشی آجی. دقیقا مثل فوتبال. چه فلشی آجی پشما. عالی بود آجی، عالی بود. چه فلشی پشما ریخت آجی. فلش داشتی؟ موزیکا رو نگاه پشما. اصلا تورنمنتشو اصلا با هیچ جوری با تورنمنت مسابقه ولورانت نمیشه مقایسه کرد. ببین هدفونه نویز کنسلینگه. هدفونه کار میکنه که خب تو استیج نشستن دیگه صدا نیاد. هنسفری هم که چیز دیگه صدا گیمشونه، اونم هدفون نویز از فقط نویز کنسلینگش استفاده میکنن با مایکش. از هنسفری اکثر پلیر هنسفری استفاده میکنن. بعد فررفتار چاقال میاد من هنسفری، همه این پرو پلیرها از هدفون استفاده میکنن، چرا از هنسفری استفاده میکنین؟ میاد مثلا یاره ما فلانیم، ما نمیتونستیم، یه مشکلاتی داشتیم، نمیتونستیم از هدفون استفاده کنیم، از هنسفری استفاده میکردیم. دست کمه سشر زیاد بکن. بیا خوبه الان.
Just one half away from FURIA handing Vitality their second grand final loss of the year. But this would be the first in a 3-0 fashion. This is a best-of-5 final. An 8-4 half. Sure, they got the pistol. Second round conversion didn't happen. Went down 6-1, but boasting 4. Feel like if you were setting par for the course, Chad, you'd say game on.
FURIA, especially with this is going to be feeling pretty happy with this. They know exactly what it's like to work back into games. Kinder and Molodoi over towards A on the pistol. Fallen, Caserado and Yuri defending B. Two sets of dual Berettas. Flash for Fallen to try and facilitate based off information, and slow start out of Vitality. That's just how Overpass goes. Going to go fast, it's B. Otherwise, you'll take your time. Awu not being equipped with a P250. We've seen that in his hands a lot. We run boost to get this long space. Molodoi is actually playing safe. You can see the way he's tucked in. As the dual Berettas, he wants to fight at close range.
The whole squad coming his way, though. Molodoi, he knows exactly what's up. That multiple elevations, they're going to jump up. Yakinda perhaps to lend a hand as well. Zaiwu spots him, baits them in. Molodoi, nothing! Good shot back. Yakinda keeps it level. Rotations come through. Fallen, quiet performance from him, but a kill on the pistol could be a difference maker. Zaiwu's tucked. The bomb was spotted, and so Yakinda will do the same. He's walking in on it. He wants to punish Zaiwu. And he will! Masterful from Yakinda, demonstrating once more his power on this map. Oh, Yakinda, why not take them all? 3 kills deep in the pistol. Apex is next victim. One more will do it, but he's playing for the win. And Apex dips away. Bomb, they know, is under their control. Robs maybe could walk up on this. There is a bit of a blind spot. The jump spot from Fallen could spread misinformation. Through the smoke, Robs, golden opportunity. How many is he going to get? Robs is doing things he couldn't pull off the third. Apex is low, picks up the bomb and runs to his demise as FURIA take the pistol.
I love that from Yakinda. Right, that setup to me smells of anti. That staging area they require to do that execute. They're looking to smoke off Bank and CT and molly the site from long and then continue their execution through. And the fact that Yakinda does not allow them to have that breath. The first one, the pressure's on, but this is cheeky, right? He knows that Zaiwu's pinned. He pushes up and just stays steady. But this is what unravels the ability for the execute. And you have to love it. It forces them down to an eco. Couple of digs, couple of P250s. Block for Flames as 2 pistols.
این مساوی که راه مساوی میشه دوباره به این نوع دست پیش داره میشه. با اختلاف زیاد میان اینور نمیتونن ران پیستول بگیرن کامبک میشه. 2 ران میرن جلو، 3 ران میرن جلو، 8-8 میشه و از اون برن دیگه.
Some wonky shots, they do drop back.
He's very vulnerable. He's done well there, has Messi. 2 kills from his Deagle once again. Prominent on the pistols. Yuri, set up for success, traded out. ZywOo's Deeg has made it even closer, 2-on-2.
There's M4s to be scavenged. We can grab the second.
Mezzi sets them up with the double kill, removing Molodoi, and now it's up to Robson ZywOo, perhaps letting them down on Inferno, but this could be another one hell of a round to convert.
یه نفر رو سایت بیشتر نیست. وای 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 دیدش. میدونه کجاست. بتونه هانتش کنه رانده گرفتن. میتونه هانتش کنه. نمیتونه.
ZywOo in the clutch. It's fallen 2 kills to his name, but this one really make the difference. ZywOo slinks away.
بابا خوب جایی گذاشت. خوب جایی هم رفت. فکر نکنم ایم اینو. وای 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 وای.
Kill number 3 comes in. And he finds the bomb in time.
Yeah, look.
آجی 2 نفر M4 2 تا MP9 بگیرید راندو دیگه.
Ancient Inferno. And now here on Overpass, Fallen has had a clutch on every single one of them.
I can't believe K-Sarato's done as well as he did there.
Yeah, you think he should be dead to rights. So Rops has dropped the ball in that situation with all the information. But Fallen's MP9, we know it does work. And the Professor waves his finger at the game. It's his birthday, but it might not be his present, the trophy. Could be going home with FURIA. 8-6, 2-round gap.
هر سه تا مپ همینجوری شد بچه‌ها. با اختلاف زیاد اومدن این ور ریدن.
Seen this boost. You know how potent it can be. That means Vitality should be well aware. Just Yakinda over towards A on his own in the aggression. He's trying another elevation. Yakinda really just sticking around. One and done. If he can get out, that's more than enough production from the Latvian. Silence settles over overpasses. Look at this. Vitality holding on to so many nades. Still have 5 smokes. They haven't thrown any opening util. Kind of offering map control over to FURIA, letting them limp through their nades, seeing if there's some form of aggression that they can punish. On smoke dipped in. And working on space on A. Make sure that you don't get caught short on the timer. Happened to the best of them on overpass, and really feeling like it was going to be some type of a B probe. They kept it 4 strong. Now they'll rotate the AWP back. But there is all this util still to find the finish. So needing this long control once more. Upper bathroom's clear. 35 seconds. Has to be A.
This one's going to come down to the wire then.
اپیکس رو جر داده آجی. اپیکس کم مونده دیگه گریه کنه دستی. ملودی جرش داده.
Push through the smoke. Molodoi's on that truck side. Where's the time, boys? Whoa. No plant for you. Flamesy can't even get away. It's the Molodoi moment. 4 kills, shuts them down, sends them back to spawn. Money broken. Chengdu cheers them on.
See the difference in the way that rounds played between Vitality's rifle defense and Furia's.
Let's see that one again, Chad. Bye. They did everything to avoid the AWP line. He jumps across, and that's the shot he hits.
I feel that they didn't do enough in the early rounds. Vitality, right? They're not. You look at other maps. Oh, well, he's really making a name for himself now.
Yeah, on the big stage though.
Well, this is the thing. I
باختن همش همینجوری باختن. سه تا مپ همینجوری باختن.
We don't know what's going to happen at the major, but for my money, Molodoi has to go down as Rookie of the Year for 2025. He's been an absolute stud. I just think right now there's more concerning signs for Vitality just based off of this veto conversation. It's not going to happen in a best of 3, but the major finals now a best of 5, and if they feel they have weakness on train and overpass, the map pool no longer so deep. Hello.
Oh wow, he spots the whole team there. Yakinda, he's getting chased. And supported by K Serato. Lovely find. Rops's hunt is punished. Opening kill goes their way. This partial investment. They want to try and explode onto Molodoy, but this is Molodoy's sight. Could be another multi-kill on the way. Smoke's making life difficult for him. Yuri in support as well. On the cross. What's he got? Gets one. Zywoo running him down though. It's Mezzi's Tech 9. Good for it. Now enables the plant. Whoops. Fallen's got ya. Nails the nade, or at least enough to finish what Yakinda had started. Retake is on. Zywoo equipped with his AWP. Use it as well as Molodoy did. Late long. Fallen's there. Comes in from the backside. Apex all to do. Fallen the first frag.
حاجی ایمین تو رو خدا. نایس نایس. برازم اپیکس. چه عجب چه عجب. برازم پسر. انتقام سخت بگیر از این گوگولی پسر رو. پشمام آجی. نایس واقعا نایس.
Is it a stunner though? Does it wobble FURIA? Because this one from Apex necessary.
اش کردم واقعا اش کردم. چقدر قشنگ نگاه کنید. چقدر تایمینگ رو قشنگ بلده این پسر. چه قطعی میکنم.
Might start a fight with the finances if they lose this one.
Pressure short side. They're on the boost. K Serato loses his head. Flamesy starts off for Vitality.
This one's worth 2 for Vitality.
خوبه بزن دیگه بزن. این کامبک نشه دیگه. وای. بیترتی خوابه امشب.
Scuttles an aid forward, does very little. Nade number 2, the same result. He wants to go. Flash is good, perfect. Fallen's book, cover is there. Yuri gets caught out, Fallen on the reposition. It's a 3-on-3. Now we call our jets.
Yeah, round needs to settle in right now. Messi's coming over to join these two, but they're still walking through Monster.
سیوستن خیلی موقعیت خوبی دارن یه ساید پوش بدن. وای وای فلاش شده.
Inspired by Apex's captain's clutch gives
اینم
us the
میمیره.
captain's 4K. Wow.
I can't believe that move. They've gone for the classic electronic, right? You're blocking off barrels, you're channeling him in, he flashes through the smoke. There's no way they're expecting that, and money was on the line for FURIA in this round.
Watch this one.
The double, he's rifling like a young man, not 34 years of age, in-game leader who's changed roles.
He has taken names like he's starting his class. And that was class.
Hey, well, they hold on to the finances, still damn close at the end. There's an MP9 in the mix. Not a full force back from Vitality, but an AK for Zywoo. Pistols for the rest. Four-man B start with this boost again, just keeping it to slow the progressions of the default. They're going to need to find a perfect timing on the pounce. U2 being juggled, donated across as a passive stance now. Settles in for FURIA's B hold. This one's a classic. K Serato will release that smoke on signs of an execution. It's a channeling smoke to force them into this crossfire set up with Yuri over towards ABC. Falling on barrels can be a real nuisance with the MP9. Starting to line this execute up now. Might go on an odd timing, like the nade could be the go, which isn't traditional. We're going to come down to do they catch them off guard?
Here we go. Flamesy charges through. Caught by Fallen. MP9 on barrels, uses the smoke to dip back. There's Yuri with the chip in as well. Opportunity for more. Yuri. He gets 2 of you, and he's only got 1 eye. 9-9.
Good defense. Bomb goes down. Buy will come through. Zywoo's AWP, not possible unless donated, and then that will mean no head armor for one of his teammates. Timeout number 2. It's getting sweaty now. 5 out of the 6 rounds on the CT side. The job done late, and sure they were spotty, but FURIA definitely showing the prowess on this map. They picked Ancient, in case you missed it. Both teams floated it in a best of 5. I can't quite believe it, and I'm sure Vitality will be thinking about that on the long play journey.
ویتالیتی امروز نمیدونم خیلی قشنگ بازی میکرد. همون اول سویچ که میشد سایدش میرید. قشنگ سایدش هر دفعه سویچ شده تو ست بازی به گاه رفت.
New followers join the kingdom.
Thank you for follow.
And you equip him for a reason.
یوزر خوش اومدی. سلام عزیزم.
You need to deliver when it matters most. Back underway. Fallen is back in with an MP9. He could have had a rifle.
I love the change-up. Aggressive AWPing in connector. Flamesy going to flash himself through. Yakinda could be in trouble here. Apex on the playground could be a side swipe, but his pathing hasn't been spotted. Oh, Yakinda, very aggressive. Flamesy caught off, was worried about the long side. Should have a trade. He should be dead. How is he still standing? How is he still alive? Finally, Apex finds him. Molodoy's back. Molodoy doesn't react. Yuri finding Zywoo short. And Molodoy gets a freebie. Oh. Apex caught sleeping. Mezzi will find the quick response. There's Rops as well. Picks up the long aggress.
Now we settle into the 2v2. Plenty of time on the clock. They need to shore this up, Vitality. Make sure there's no more probes and pushes, but the map, it's a mystery.
2-2. این راند خیلی مهمه براشون.
Caserado parked over towards short. The pivot point. Oh, the fight might come their way. Fallen trickling forward into this.
Mezzi just fell out of it.
Fallen into mines. They know that there has to be a move from these two. Rops and Mezzi need to find the finish. They're making sure there is no more re-aggress. And as we can see, there's nothing coming their way, or is there?
They are hoping and praying Fallen makes this move, and he has been spotted out. Swings on in. Oh my God, they're struggling to finish their meal off. Vitality finally Fallen felled.
Pairing up through the bathrooms. Plenty of util right now to block as the bomb goes down. Smoke to plant in, and we can see Caserado not coming to contest this, but Vitality don't know that. Is he going to give it a look? Up connector fast, surging behind them here.
Caserado. Whatever will be, will be. We have a look.
Definitely made him think so, but the AWP looks like the better of the two options. So grabs that, packs his bags, heads for the save. Vitality second round.
God, it didn't come easy, did it?
No, and I think that they're fortunate that it was that stance that FURIA opted for. If the fight's going to come their way, then they don't have to worry about macro, right? We're not worrying about, oh, what are our timings? Do we have the correct map control? Are we faking between sides? Have we actually cleared everything? The players are on our screen. It's what we do best, rip off heads. Well, that has confirmed that the AWP has been saved, and likely expecting there would have been money for it regardless.
What a game.
Apex, 17 kills. He does not want to go out without a fight. And struggled hugely on Inferno. Ancient was the coin toss, the risk that both teams were willing to take. FURIA capitalizing, picking, and now still just be one half away from the Chengdu trophy. One in with the FAMAS, always operating on something lighter, isn't he? Always going to pick long.
He is. Fallen looking at him to deliver them an opening. And an opening seems imminent. There's Apex gone.
This is where you have the dramas. He's out of the round within the first 25 seconds. At least he gets the call from the grave. He can see everything, flick through the players, help maybe hurry things up, that while alive, he needs to focus on his crosshair. So at least that burden is removed, but they are in a 4v5 disadvantage. With no map control, still need to work through the traditional paces. They do have connector.
He's gotten past the sight line of the jump spot. Spam returns fire. Robs puts Yuri down to half health.
Man set up in the bathrooms, they need a breakthrough.
What's their angle of approach here? Oh yeah, wasn't ready for him, was he? Flamesy completely goes down as nice one back. Robs a necessary trade. Molodoy is in scrutiny. He'll throw out some block util. Trying to channel them into the AWP, and now rotations come through from Yuri. He's not alone.
Need the God flashes from Robs here.
The Godfather for FURIA. Coming in from the truck side for number 3. There are the flashes. Who's the commitment? Low HP. Mezzi tries to make space. Molodoy hits the first shot. Zywoo wants him. 18 seconds. Bomb has to be planted. Cover must be provided. Fallen by... Oh, he's got him! Denies! A little exposed, and there's a FURIA round. Dangerously close to that 3-0 we discussed.
من دارم فشاری میشم
واجی. Timeout on the Vitality side of the server. The finances could dictate that. So Apex removed, pedestrian early. You understand why that lurk smoke comes in. It's to facilitate Flamesy to look for that duel. They do get the trade, so at least his death not in vain.
This angle.
Yeah, there's nothing really possible in this situation. Robs can focus sight, but
I'm
Zywu
getting
can
a
dive with the
refugee
flank. So Robs
patch
has to pick, do I
from
worry about Con, or do we just pray? And, well, no faith in that one, as they have bought in, Alex. This is worth an awful lot right now. Their loss bonus is 2,900, sure. And this is for 11. FURIA, they can taste it. This one, no longer on a knife's edge. They have a distinct advantage. Vitality need to produce. The fact they have chosen this buy right now feels like an all-in maneuver.
Pressure on Chips pushed to the center of the table.
So little util to work with. This might be an Apex classic. Used to call this before it was removed from the pool. They'd a bit of a conga line behind him on a timing. But when you know Molotow's AWP is posted, trained, ready, and delivering, it's hard to find that gap.
He's on the line, Mezzi walking into what could be his demise. Nice jiggle, Flamesy baits it out. Molodoy turns tail, gets back to safety. Yakinda informed by Molodoy's intel there. He wants a second bite. Here's the commitment, and Molodoy just perpetually finding at least the first. Yakinda to be overlooked. Multi-kill denied. Zywu provides the trade, and now bomb should go down. Yuri the first man, an audible rotate. Blocked by the smokes on the exec. So much riding on this one. This post plant right here for Vitality. He kept Molodoy humble, just the one. Yakinda the same. Fallen going to try and lead his team into this retake.
بگیرید این دست رو خیلی خیاره نگیرید سگان ببازید.
Robs is getting tagged up on the wallbang. 4 HP left on him. He still gets output. Now traded. Apex on the truck. Have they worked it out yet? No. Yet now they have. Good find found. The double from the French.
Nice.
Vitality survive.
Got a lot done there with very little. You highlighted the Flamesy bait of that AWP shot. That's how they're able to run them down and get some more space. So good trade work. And then once they're in, you can see how tough it is for the CTs. Without any rotation up connector, you're just being channeled in through Bankin CT. And Vitality showing how strong the crossfires can be. Sid gets on the mic. Conversation now because their money is starting to wane. Molotow's AWP available, but less for the rest.
Using this opportunity to return to that point, it's making it so romantic in my head. I want to make sure everyone watching understands that this is a different kettle of fish as well for the Apex Fallen head-to-head in a grand final. All of those names in the successes of Vitality this season. New gen leaders, your choppers, your blitzes. Here against a seasoned vet, will Fallen have the call?
Yeah, and one returning to this level, this caliber of competition after oh so long. As far as an IEM grand final goes, that's back in Sydney 2017. Anything of this stature, ECS season 6, that's 2018. It's a long time between drinks.
Looks like they want to biff again. Starting with that extra body on the A side of the map. Molodoy fires off an AWP shot. Apex tries to take some space back. It's a nice find. Yakinda will go down. Apex makes sure of it. 19 frags and counting for the captain, not going down. Quietly is Dan Madisclair. Yuri's got a lot on his plate if he does descend.
They both just phased through the smoke. They're short, and they've been noisy about it.
Oh, he didn't finish it off. Finds Flames, reveals his position. Maybe Fallen will activate. Mezzi's not looking. Now he is. Okay, Fallen confirms pressure B. Tries to get away. Mezzi catches a nade. Vitality worse for wear. Walking wounded. Yuri makes Flames dead, and that's the bomb gone. More from K Serato's MP9, seeming certain. Not quite. Mops goes in for one.
Pozycję chuj dać to się
One
wyzwanie.
versus 3 doesn't seem realistic. It seems we keep this game close. 2 of them low. Caught by Yuri, and we see it tied game once more.
Yuri has been an absolute monster, 18 kills, and just how jarring of a force he is there in connector. Constantly harassing, isn't backing off, especially after those trades towards A. And it is going to be another one of these brittle, broken, bad buys. Both teams stuffed with these down the stretch. But again, FURIA are the ones who stand tall. It's the easier half. It's their map. It's 10 in a row. It's playing with house money. You're already 2 maps to the good. The free swing at the king. You knew it wasn't going to be easy. Oh, spam through, Quesarado. Apex, the man who's been leading the charge with the impact. Dead, down, first again.
He's going to have to call from the grave.
It's going to be a B play.
Oy Mike'den push'ı nerede bu oyunu?
Down to Yakinda. They're dropping like flies. Not the bees.
خدا میافتاد match point.
Has to respect it. Playing anti has the crossfire still. Yakinda maintains full con control. So much discomfort, so much uncertainty for Vitality. Robs is even worried about a flank.
هیچ سه هیچ ببازن خیلی خیاره.
FURIA only lose this round if they overstep the mark, if they misplay their hands. A 5v3, there's 2,400 loss bonus going into the next. Right? The next round is a different story, but right now, with such a huge advantage, if they give a kill back, that's the way in, and they are giving nothing.
This is where that veterancy. The voices in FURIA tell them, hold fast, you've done the hard part, you're into map 3, 2 to the good. It's 11-11, 2 maps away from taking the crown off of the king. Quesarado, good for it, Fallen's there, there's nothing but Vitality. A couple back from Flamesy, but still, he's got a plant, he ain't got the time, he's in the
سه میشه سه میشه 3 راند بکن 3 تا مچ ببازی. حاجی اصلا اولش گیر دادن، اولش با 3 تا اختلاف 4 تا اختلاف سویساید شده نتونستن بگیرن. اصلا این عجیب غریبیه، نمیدونم چرا.
This is how it started. Apex very frustrated by that one, no doubt about it. Quesarado getting a flying headshot while blind certainly helped.
Extaz save the final tactical timeout for a moment like this. These 30 seconds enough to push you into overtime.
انشین تو اون ور اصلا همشون ایفنو همه با اختلاف سویس شده سایدشون نتونستن بگیرن. آره اصلا پیستول رانده رو همه رو دادن تا الان، یکیشو فقط گرفتن، تو انشین گرفتن. بعد چقدر ایکوران میدن، اصلا پشمام ریخته. واقعا آجی با تکنوی چقدر بد میزنن اینو خدایش.
Who can take it to him, who can stick it to him.
Tantalizingly close. Round 24. Vitality. Just the one rifle on the woo. Step by step, brick by brick. FURIA.
چت توییچی دارم میخونم همه زدن 0-3 لول LMAO 0-3 بات بکس 0-3
They've been running quite frequently throughout this half. Aldo's AWP getting boosted up, looking for picks, just trying to be that nuisance. Yakinda, because of his conditioning over towards A, being so aggressive in their face, they have to be extremely cautious. Flashing through, clearing out, signaling their space as the rotation has plenty of time to come in. Don't you worry about that.
Take 9.
Boy, doesn't look like Yakinda's going to be tested.
تکنان کن، تکنان چقدر باف حاجی، واقعا خیلی با تکنان برف میزنن.
In round 24 despite his 22 frags.
فکر نکنم بتونم بگیرن 3-4-3-5 فکر نکنم بگیرن میبازن میدم بازی میبازن یکی این دوتا 3-5 کردن 3-3 اینم بیا اینم یکی تمامش جیجی
What a victory from FURIA. And look at the celebration. This kid, he is the truth. In the conversation for Rookie of the Year, no doubt about it in my mind. Yakinda, vindication to his name. From the bench of Liquid, many thought the Counter-Strike world was done with him. But joining as a stand-in, well, he now stands out. You got Fallen adding another chapter to his legacy. And then you have the fangs of FURIA, the franchise players, live and die by the Panther. They've always been the talk of the town with Brazilian Counter-Strike, but this complexion, this FURIA has just 3-0 vitality, the first to do it in 2025.
Exceptional. Just makes that major all the more exciting. Vitality by far, no way a certainty anymore. New heights, a new challenger. Intel Extreme Masters. Your Chengdu champions. It's FURIA!
سفسر دیگه نباید میشد یا باید میشد. چینیه
IEM Chengdu 冠军
چی میگه؟ آقا جلو
Alright, come here with me. Godfather, you take the boys, destroyed their empire. How do you feel?
你好，中国!
این پسر ملودیه چه اواخریه که
Guys here, what a show. I'm so proud of my team. It was a very difficult matchup. Vitality, the big boss, but today they fall.
And I have one question. Why do you pick Asian? Is that trap?
Pick what? Ancient? Well,
Ancient پله بود.
Both of us don't really play the map much. But yeah, you need big balls sometimes, and we showed it.
是的，他们做到了，因为在3个月以来，2个队伍都没有选择 Ancient， 但是他们有勇气选择 You are
Superhero خوشحال شد.
And now I have one question for you, Kisrato. You're the man in this match. So talk about share you now. I feel you are exciting and please share with us.
I'm so happy. I didn't imagine that.
به نظر من یکی از تمیزترین مسابقات ها. علاوه بر نه داوری و نه داستان می‌دونی چی میگم؟ اصلا فوتبال آدم می‌بینه. حالا فوتبال که آدم فوتبال خارجی هم خوبه ولی خب. آره دیگه. بچه‌ها ماچ به چشاتون. من خودم پاچیدم اصلا از هم دیگه. کن قشنگ. کلم دیگه کن. فرفری شده دیگه. 3-0 آخه فاک بهش. توقع 3-0 نداشتم. بچه‌ها ماچ به چشاتون. شبت بخیر که نه برم یه رسی بکنم بیام. واقعا گاییده شدم. مثلا 11 دارم تو استریمم. برم بیام بشینیم خودمون پلی بدیم. و اینکه جی خدافیز.